Everything cool, Kevin?
Hmm?
Is everything cool? You alright?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Yeah, sure.
Sure.
We're live.
Great.
And we're back.
Hey, everybody.
Here we
It's
are.
us. We're going to play some Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah, we
First,
are.
we're going to wait and make sure that you can hear everyone okay. Because we're very concerned about our audio quality. Let us know in the chat. We will have our lovely unseen assistant check it for us. Our unseen servant, if you will.
Oh, no.
Our unseen servant.
Hey, see
Dungeons and
what you did
Dragons
there.
reference.
We're almost there. There we go.
Oh, no. That's not very nice. I need to get a new unseen servant. This one is insubordinate.
Very much so.
An
Should see the
unseen
faces
servant
she's
should
making.
never be seen nor heard.
Indeed, literally,
Oh,
by
we're
definition.
By
Too,
definition, it's...
Should not be seen
Unseen
or heard.
servants are better unseen and unheard.
Yes. Cool.
Okay, great. Let's do it.
Ding bong.
Everybody ready? Let's get a nice clean read on this one.
Just like
Super
your
clean.
face, so clean and fresh.
So clean. Well, it's December. I had to shave.
Oh,
right?
fair enough. Yeah, you made it all the way
Yeah,
through November, unlike
that's how it goes.
somebody.
I did. It was really, really scraggly and horrible. So I was like very happy. December 1st is a good day for me. 'Cause I just
You didn't keep the mustache. Come on, man. It's what...
no. I look really bad with a mustache because you can't really see it because it's like blonde. So it just like
Oh.
it's like you don't really notice till you get really close. You're like, oh. You know?
I was actually...
If I had like a good color, it would be better.
I was trimming my beard the other day, and I looked up, and I got there trimming everything, and I saw the mustache just on its by itself, and I'm just like, I look like my dad.
Yeah, right. It's
Oh,
a very dated.
Yeah.
Anyway, Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah.
Everybody ready?
Yes.
Previously on Junior Adventurers League, many adventures ago, one of our adolescent heroes, Priska Jrmi Morena, met her end at the inhuman hands of a strange alien mold. On a more recent adventure, the Junior Adventurers League learned that Jrmi was dawdling in the afterlife, unable to pass to paradise because of an enchantment placed on every student of the Gygaxian School of Future Adventurers. Now, their research done, an answer found, the time has come to bring Jrmi back. The adventure begins on the 77th of Summershine, year 559 of Kairosha's fourth age. This is episode 22, Squid You Not.
Oh.
All right. Welcome, everybody, to Junior Adventurers League, a D&D 5th edition actual play campaign brought to you by the creators and cast of Experience Points. In Junior Adventurers League, if you've not seen it before, which hopefully you have, this emotional episode won't be quite so impactful if you haven't seen it before. Our heroes are children. They're young adventurers attending a fantasy boarding school that teaches them everything they need to learn about exploring dungeons and slaying dragons. Each week, they undertake a new and perilous quest, sometimes unrelated, sometimes related, that will test their skills, their knowledge, and their teamwork. If you want to help out with their adventure this week, you can make a donation down below. You can see a $2 donation. We'll get them some healing, a $4 donation, an automatic nat 20, and a $6 donation will activate the item, or a figurine of dubious power, which is a very cool thing. We haven't really gotten to test drive very much because we haven't done a lot of $6 donations, but that's just fine. Great. Let's go around. Let's meet our characters and our players. And then I want each one of you guys to roll me initiative.
What?
Like right now, or are we introducing and then rolling
When we go through, tell me
go
what
through.
you get, and then we can
Okay.
ridicule you for how low your initiative is. Let's start on the far side with everyone's favorite snotty, slick-haired, high elven sorcerer
There you go.
from House Thomel.
His name is Theodûir, and he's played by me, Cody Bushee. And
Great.
that's pretty much all you need to know about
That's
him.
it. That's
Take
all
it
you
out.
need. Yeah.
That's it.
So,
That's
Great.
go ahead, Heather.
Go ahead and roll your initiative there.
All right. Let's
Theodûir.
see.
Oh,
Yeah,
goodness
nat
gracious.
1, so start it off.
Nat
right.
1.
So
that's
He's the
plus-
dumbest one.
plus
Although the problem with that, though, is
four.
that
I
now
got
we
4.
can't really ridicule anyone else. Like, you set the bar so low
So low.
It's true.
that
Yeah,
who
we're
can
all
we ridicule?
better.
What's
Even though
your
I rolled a
total?
nat one.
4 total.
4 total.
Yeah.
Woo!
Woohoo.
Who is next to our favorite high elven sorcerer?
Hey guys, I'm Heather. I play Valqwyn Cruzera, who is a half drow fighter. She's super awesome and great at slow-mo fight moves. Not super clever, but awesome otherwise.
Right.
And let's
Yeah.
see her initiative.
How'd she do on initiative? Yeah.
13. Lucky.
Wow, way better
13.
than 1. So
Mhm.
much better.
Way better.
All right. last but not least, we have...
I'm Moss, played by me, Kevin Bohleber. Moss is a dwarven druid of the Stonehewer clan. He also comes accoutrement with a pterodactyl, a baby pterodactyl named Rocky, who I don't know if is on the mission with us currently or not.
He could be. It's totally up to you. Yeah.
You know, we haven't seen him in a long time, and I'd like to have him here with me. So
here comes Rocky. He's rolling out.
Here comes Rocky in control.
Rocky.
And Moss is at a 13 as well.
Oh.
Wow. Okay, who's got the better decks of Val?
Definitely not Moss.
Oh yeah.
Okay, cool. So let me put that in there. So if you combined their two initiatives, they would be like 25 higher than yours, Theodûir. Just keep that in mind. Okay, so first up we have...
What order I go in, I still kick ass.
That's true.
We'll see. We'll see if you get unconscious.
Canonically true. Okay, and then... Got it. All right, so we are starting this week, just like we did a couple weeks ago, in the midst of an ongoing adventure. Actually, what would probably normally be at the very end of an ongoing adventure. You guys have basically crashed an occult ritual conducted in this undersea cave by a cult devoted to Shog, who is this like ancient tentacled entity of the deep. The reason you guys are here is because for the past couple of months, the school has been researching a means to bring Jrmi back from the dead. This is sort of an initiation rite for different adventurers that once one of your party member dies, you guys have to go on a quest to find either an artifact or a person or someone who might be able to bring them back. So they found the most recent example of this, and they believe that it is here in this cave possessed by these cultists. So we're starting, imagine again, like a Bond movie, like you guys have infiltrated the area, you fought your way past several different defenses, and here you are in the climactic battle. Exactly. You are in a large air-filled cavern that's far below the surface of the ocean. Stalactites hang from the ceiling. There's kind of troubling statuary of horrible eldritch creatures that lie strewn around the ground. The whole chamber is kind of built around this massive pool, about 25 feet wide. That's all just sheer blackness inside, and its edges are kind of carved to resemble these entwining tentacles. At present, there are strewn around the area several dead creatures. The longsword.
I haven't gotten the stats on Constance yet.
Oh yeah, we haven't done that yet. Okay. Uh-oh.
I'm gonna restart the stream quick. People are not getting it.
Got it.
Oh no.
We'll be back.
I went out for them. Okay, go.
Hey everybody, we're back. Let us know if you can hear us. We're not sure exactly where we were when you lost the stream, but we were having an epic battle against these horrible Kraken cultists. Why don't you just let us know what the last thing you saw was? So we're gonna move on then from Val, who just slashed off the tentacle of one of the high priestess.
Yeah, I did.
To Moss. Where are you in this fight? You can be in a wild shape. You could have some other spell, a flaming spear, something like that. What's going on?
I think Moss is probably in the midst of these critters, fighting them with their favorite enemy, the crocodile.
The crocodile.
Yeah.
Perfect. Yeah.
Crocodile. Tick tock.
Cool.
Tick tock.
Definitely. Give me an attack roll.
So, and then probably like Rocky's probably like.
Oh yeah.
Like
flapping around.
Yeah,
like,
flapping around. Like
Okay, cool.
Get him.
Awesome.
Yeah, get him. He's your hype man.
So I'll probably be near one of the Krakatoa.
Yeah, do it.
And I will crocodile the hell out of him. With a 16.
A 16 will do.
Boom.
Give me that damage.
So I get
Just go to a number
1d10 plus 2 piercing damage, and the target is grappled. Escape DC
Nice.
12.
Okay, cool.
I got a little bit of him. Just a little bit. I did 3
bit.
damage piercing.
3 damage. Okay, yeah, you just give a little nip on his like horrible fishy leg.
But
I didn't bring my
he's
dice.
grippled.
He's grippled. Got it. All right. Let's see. That's Moss and Rocky. So now it is the horrible Kraken priestess. She will turn to you, Val, and sticks out her finger and seems to be casting a spell of some kind.
Rude.
You hear in this like deep guttural like voice from the void. You hear basically just this word in a language you don't understand, but you just intrinsically understand. And she says, "Grovel." I need you to make a wisdom save, please.
Wisdom
Yeah,
save.
because wisdom.
Oh,
nat
nat
1.
Oh, God.
Boo.
All right. So you are compelled to your knees. You have to basically drop down and prostrate yourself by the spell command. So you basically spend your round down and compelled, and then you can get your action back on your turn. All right. But when you are dropped to your knees, you see that rising out of that black pit comes an inky tentacle, sort of almost made out of this black glistening ink, and tries to lash you. And I'm going to give it advantage because you have proned yourself, you fool.
Wait, where is this bless? Are you putting bless?
Oh,
into
yeah,
account?
the bless. So that should be an extra 1d4 on all of your attack rolls and saving throws.
Awesome.
Cool, okay.
So normally I would give you that d4, but you rolled a nat 1, so you failed anyway. I actually don't think the tentacle's going to hit you somehow. I got a 15.
No, definitely not.
Cool.
Question, though. It
Yes.
was not a charm, correct? It was just a spell.
I don't know if
'Cause
command
I
is a
have
charm.
advantage on saving throws from charms.
Command. Let me look it up.
I don't feel like it would be.
I don't have the.
It feels like a charm, but I don't know if it is for sure.
I don't have my spell back
you
on
got a
this
new
phone.
phone.
Well, I have
No,
to.
it is an enchantment.
Okay, cool.
Alas.
Awesome.
But yeah, it comes down and it like slaps you on the back with this tentacle, but maybe you have your shield on your back, so it just like absorbs the hit. The priest seems very upset about this. Theo, it is your turn.
Great, awesome. So I'll be around one of these monsters that we're fighting.
The fishmen.
The fishmen. There'll be like 3 of me around him though.
Cool.
And,
Yeah, like surrounding the guy.
Yeah. And yeah, it's probably like this, maybe like this thing is attacking but it missed or something. I'm gonna go with like a shocking grasp and try to melee.
Okay.
Shocking
Yeah, you're going after the fish guy.
Yeah, fish guy.
Sweet.
Fish guy.
Koatoa.
Yeah. There it is. Okay. Oh, nat.
Oh,
Oh,
nat
nat
20.
20.
Bing
You
bong.
got him. So roll that damage twice.
Great. Awesome. What that at? 1d8. Cool. All right. Well, okay. Okay, 9. All right. So 9 lightning damage.
Oh, brutal.
And it can't take reactions until the start of its next turn.
Cool. So it just sits there and gets shocked. You see it's like fish bones, right? When you shock it.
Nice.
Okay, cool. Now it is their turn. So there are 3 Koatoa left. We have one. We said Robbie, there are 2 fighting the crocodile because you said you were in the middle of those guys, and there's one that's surrounded by Theodûirs. So the one will just try to escape from your grab, crocodile. It's gonna try.
Oh, the crocodile is still in the hat. It looks preposterous.
Yeah, it's utterly absurd, but nonetheless, cannot escape from the grab. Just kind of like wiggling its leg around. The other one has its like tentacle rod and is gonna try to grab you with that as these tentacles lash out. Oh no, a horrible 6. So a dismal failure. These tentacles are slapping at your back, and they have these weird like fish voices. Like, they're like trying to grab you. So in addition to them being kind of scary, they're also like a little bit silly and stupid, right? Like, yeah. Okay, so then there's
Yeah,
the one that is surrounded by Theodûirs is gonna lash out with his tentacle rod.
Good luck.
I don't think so. Yeah, only a 12.
Oh no. Oh.
So he misses anyway, right?
One of them ducks out of the way, and then
Yeah, smirks.
All of you just go,
Whoopsies. Maybe next time.
Perfect. Great. And then, Val, it is your turn. What would you like to do?
I have to use an action to get up, correct?
No, you can use your move.
Okay,
but you were
cool.
just like prone for that turn.
Yep,
Yeah.
I'm gonna jump on up and try to come up with a dual weapon on this priestess and her nasty little finger. All right,
Do it.
19 first, 9 second. Oh, except hold on.
Yeah,
will
get that
a
D4.
12 hit?
12 will not.
Damn.
No,
Okay, so
but
I got the
19
first
will.
one. Cool.
Cool.
So for 9 damage, I'm going for that finger that she pointed at me.
Oh yeah, cool. Slice it right off.
Yeah.
Oh, she's like staring at it like horrible blood.
Just in
It's like blue
Okay.
blood.
But it's black somehow. Yeah, it's horrible. All right, that's Val. Okay, Moss, it is your turn. You are still in crocodile form.
The crocodile is gonna try to get a better. He's gonna readjust that clamp down on this guy in front of him.
Do it.
I get 1d4 extra on this.
1d4 to your attack rolls and saving throws. Yes.
Oh, okay, cool.
From Bless.
Will a 22 hit?
A 22 will definitely hit.
Oh, cool.
Oh, cool. Good. I'm glad.
Neat.
Oh, awesome.
I'm pretty thrilled. And I'll get a better grip on him maybe. Yeah, I get a much better grip at 8.
8. Ouch. Yeah, he does not like that.
I'm about to death
that
roll
guy.
the hell out of him. Like, ooh.
Yeah, that guy is very solidly grabbed. You have him like in the torso, and he's like throwing his like fishy hands around.
Probably like somewhere in there, like Rocky's, we're like
He's flapping around. Yeah, like I feel like Rocky can't like. Here, I mean, I guess technically we set him up as like a bat, right? I think he does technically have a bite if you want to roll his bite.
Yeah, sure.
Go for it.
Does he get blessed as well?
Yeah, sure.
Why not?
Hi-yo.
Will a 17 smack him in the face?
17 will actually, yeah. Good job.
Rocky's just like, yeah.
He's got that beak, right? That pterodactyl beak.
I don't know.
Yeah, do it.
I don't know what to.
He does 1 piercing damage when he hits.
Nice.
He's a bat.
Woo!
Nails.
Stuck it. Yeah.
He's just
Go, Rocky,
awesome.
go.
an absolute nuisance.
Just pecking at him like a seagull, right?
I like how it's
Okay,
been
great.
like a year or two and he still hasn't grown.
It's only
Yeah,
been a
well,
year.
he was like tiny and couldn't really do
That
anything,
is
and this
true.
season is when he's finally been able to fly around.
That's
but,
true.
Yeah.
Forgot about
Next season, he should presumably be big enough for at least one person to ride.
that.
Yeah.
It's gonna be me.
Yeah, I
It's
assumed.
gonna be me.
Gross. Okay, now we're on to the priest. So the priest will reach her hand out to you and just basically try to grab you, Val. She gets a 13, which I assume misses. Yeah, no good. However, one of these, at this point, 2 tentacles come shooting up out of the pit to try to grab people. There's going to be an attack against Val. Because of course there is. Boy, I cannot put anything on this die. No way. That's a 16. I'm sorry, not 16. It's a 6. And then there is another one. Is going to be at. Boy, who should I get?
No.
Which one of you boys?
No.
Which one of you boys? It is going to be at the crocodile.
Crocodilio.
Crocodilio. Oh my gosh, this die is the worst. That's a 9. Yeah, I can't hit anyone. But it's that cool opening scene, right? Where like you guys are
We're
just
already
kicking butt,
badasses,
like the
so.
Avengers. Yeah.
Yeah.
So there's these big inky tentacles come out and splat on the ground. They have no effect. Okay, that is the priest. We're on to Theo.
Great. Awesome. So the Theodûirs were all we'll kind of disengage, I guess, and walk backwards if we're in melee range from the.
Yeah. Right.
The what are they called? I'm
Oh
sorry.
yeah, the Koatoa.
Koatoa. Thank you.
Koatoa.
Yeah. Yeah. And then I'm gonna cast Scorching Ray
Cool. Yeah.
at that creature.
Your lasers.
Yeah, those lasers. Yeah, we'll just do that. That's plus 14.
14 will do. Yep.
All right.
All right.
All right.
Okay. Do I have another
Cook his
one?
eyes.
Okay, great. So, oh my goodness.
Cook his eyes was what you just said. Cook
I mean,
his
he
eyes.
might be able to at this point. Goodness
Oh, wait a
gracious.
minute. Oh, wait, sorry. It was the
Cook 'em.
first one. So it was 10. It was 10.
10?
Yeah.
Oh, brutal.
I just rolled
Yeah,
that.
he is destroyed. Do you like? What does this look like? You just lance him into pieces? Like you got these lasers.
He cooks
Yeah,
his
so
eyes.
they just all, like, maybe we all 3 go back, and then all of a sudden the orb just has 3 lasers that just, like, nuke this one Koatoa. Yeah.
He's just like, oh god, what have I got myself
Yeah, and
into?
it, like
Yeah.
this like smell of like broiled trout hits your nose, and you're like, oh, it actually kind of smells good. It's very weird for liking that smell.
Does anyone smell that?
Dark
Great.
Theo appears.
Okay.
I guess we're having fish for dinner.
Oh. And then it is the 2 remaining Koatoa. So one of them, they're both around the crocodile. One of them is still grabbed. He'll try to weasel his way out. That is an 11. I think the DC is a 12, right?
Nope.
Yeah,
No.
does not do it. So he almost gets out, but you just have a good, solid bite on him. Maybe like Rocky distracts him. Like he gets out, he gets pecked.
Yeah.
And then like, the teeth come in again. Yeah. And then the other one will still try to grab you with his tentacle rod. Oh, okay. I'm retiring this die. It's the worst
No,
die.
keep it.
Keep
It's
it.
great.
What are you
doing?
Keep
No.
it.
Absolutely not.
We're supposed to have an
so
epic
yeah,
fight
trying to
scene
stab
here.
at you with a tentacle rod, but just getting no purchase. It's almost like someone has like a feather duster and they're like pushing it up against the back of the crocodile. You can feel there's something back there, but it has no
Ooh, yeah.
like
That's
appreciable effect.
Little to the left.
Val, it is your turn. You're still locked in combat with this
Yeah.
priestess.
I'm on a dual weaponer again. So I got 18 for the first and 23 for the second.
Oh yeah, do it.
Oh, yeah.
First is 10 damage, and second is also 10 damage, so 20 total.
Okay. Oh my gosh, you want to describe?
Yes, I do.
Just brutalized.
First one comes up, slice right across the middle, right across the torso, and then second one comes in to cut off the head.
Oh my god, horrible. So her head goes flying, and you see like black blood go everywhere.
Yeah.
It hits the ground and rolls, and you see the tentacles like kind of just turn into goop. They dissipate completely. So then she just has like black oil leaking out of her mouth, and she just lies there.
gross.
Everything abnormal about her kind of like reverts instantly when you cut her head off. Now she's just like a weird headless corpse.
Okay.
It's pretty bad. Okay, and then we are on to Moss and Rocky.
Moss and Rocky in control.
In control.
Moss is probably going to try and sink those teeth in and get that death roll going.
Yeah, he's looking pretty bad, this guy.
Ooh. Nope, 5.
Okay. Yeah, so you're trying to get it. He's squirming and kicking,
Yeah.
but cannot manage to.
Unfortunately
Rocky
for
can make an
him-
attack if you'd like.
Rocky comes in with a whopping 9.
Doesn't do it.
Nope.
Yeah, the fish guy's into like his death throes, just kind
Yeah.
of kicking and throwing his arms around. Great. And then it is the tentacles. So 3 tentacles at this point, one against each one of you guys come out. So one against Val is a miss. This guy's not liking me any better. One against Theo. There we go. That would be a hit, but we have to determine if it gets through your mirror images, right?
Yeah.
It's a 6.
If I have 3 duplicates, you must roll a 6 or higher. I rolled an 8, so I'm good. You hit one of my duplicates.
Cool. Splats one of the duplicates
Oh.
into
Oh no.
ink. Oh dear. And then one against the crocodile. No. Does a 14 hit the crocodile?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I always forget you have low AC.
I have
I'm
low
happy
AC,
about it.
and all animals have low. I
Oh.
match all
You
animals.
just have low AC.
I just
All
forever.
That's 9 bludgeoning damage, and you're like
All right.
splattered with this
Ow.
ink. Yeah.
Jerk.
When it hits you, you see that like it's not like a corporeal tentacle. It just hits you and then splats ink everywhere. So it's not like there's anything in there. It's as though it's like a blob or something like that. Okay, that is them, the tentacles. Now we're on to Theo.
Oh, really? Wow, that was
We're going pretty quick.
Okay, great. Then I guess I'm still in melee range.
You moved out of melee range, right?
Oh, that's right. But wait, did that one close up with me? Or, well...
No, you killed him.
Yeah,
remember?
that's right. No, that's right. It's a different one. Sorry.
It's okay. There's still one left.
Great. Then I'm gonna throw chromatic orb at that mofo,
Cool.
Koatoa, and it'll be a lightning.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. Great. Awesome. And I get blessed, right? We still do that. Great. So that is 18.
18 will do. Give me damage.
Awesome. That is 10 damage.
Ooh, brutal. So this is like a ball of lightning that comes out of the orb.
Yeah, sure. It could look like a Zeus,
I just don't remember. What is
like
it?
a Zeus lightning bolt, maybe. Like I just pull it
okay.
out, and then it's like.
That's cool. I like the throw motion with it. That's cool. Yeah, he gets blasted. And now it's his turn, and he's standing there, kind of smoking black. He sees the dead priestess. He sees his dead comrades, and his like fishy eyes turn towards the black puddle, and he just runs and dives into it. So he like gets swallowed inside of it, and it ripples for a second, and then goes like glassy still.
Ooh.
And we are out of initiative because that is the last enemy. You guys are standing there. A bunch of.
Did the one I was attacking? Did he just die?
Oh no, he is still alive. Yes, I forgot. So he's still kicking and screaming. He will try to escape to follow his friend. Oh, I think he does actually. That's a 14.
Yeah.
So he will scramble out, but he can't run without provoking an opportunity attack. So he will run, and then you can try to snap him if you want. Yeah.
You got this.
Okay. 9. Would that do it?
A 9 will not do it.
Whoa,
So
Rocky's still there.
Rocky could peck him. That's true.
No, no.
Okay. So, yeah, what does he get? Yeah, for your reference, Rocky has a +0 to hit. So, just so you're aware. So the Koatoa scrambles out and is like slithering across the floor. There's a little bound like a frog, and then disappears into the black pool that grows still again in a second.
You'll see the croc like snap, and then it'll be like.
Somehow a crocodile manages to sigh. Like it has no shoulders, but you see. Right? Yeah. Ridiculous. Great. There's like a pause. You guys are in this big drippy sea cave, and there's stillness. Even the captives have kind of stopped, struggling. They're like looking around, seeing what's going to happen. And the priest, or excuse me, the professor kind of stops chanting, looks around. We've done it. Very good, junior adventurers. Very, very good.
Yeah, thanks.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes,
I mean, we do this thing all the time.
Yes, we
so,
did. We did it.
Whatever.
Ha-ha. Can I do a perception check or
exactly what I wanted to do too.
like
On what?
Insight? I don't know. Did we do it? Did we really do it?
Well, you think you defeated all the bad guys.
Yeah.
Oh, okay,
but
cool.
You're not sure what to do next. You
okay.
can do perception if you want to look around, but yeah, go for it.
Sure.
Yeah, I'll join in. Look for something else to eat.
I'll look for loot. How about? Can I be looking for that?
Ooh.
All right.
I got a mod 20 on perception.
Nice. Cool.
Yeah.
Anybody beat that?
No.
Moss is probably trying to look around, but now Rocky's like trying to land on him. He's like, ah.
I imagine, yeah, like don't crocodiles have those little birds that
They
ride around
totally
their head?
do.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's just what I
for
was thinking.
sure. He's like his wings all folded up, like
Yeah.
crawling around. Yeah. You guys are so cute.
Right?
How did you do, Theodûir?
A 10.
Okay, a 10. So let's see. You were looking for what with your mod 20 specifically?
I was looking for loot or like the artifact that we were supposed to come here for.
Okay, yeah. So you know that you would know anyway because the professor would talk to you about this. They conduct these rituals that can supposedly bring people back from the dead. So you can see, if you want to search the bodies, you can definitely do that. Most of the Koatoa don't really have a whole lot in terms of gear, but they are wearing these like really weird robes and things that are not like rags or these like strange, elaborate kind of fishy robes. Each one of them has one of these rods that have 3 tentacles on the end that are still kind of writhing around. The priestess similarly is wearing one of those garb, but what you notice with your mod 20 when you go and like check her out is that, as I said before, like all sense of her deformity is gone. The minute that you killed her, everything kind of turned into this black ichor. Now that's kind of smeared all over her. But when you go over and touch her, like her body kind of starts. She's headless, but the body is kind of like scrabbling around, like with its hands as though trying to find something. And you see that the head lying a short distance away like snaps open and her eyes are looking around. And it's just like super gory and horrible. And she just starts to scream, like just screaming her head off. Just, ah! Like in panic.
Scream your head off.
Aha. But it's not funny in the moment because it's
Definitely
terrifying.
not. That sounds terrifying.
Yeah, she's looking around, her eyes wide, just screaming. So whatever else you guys are doing, you stop and you see this. What do you want to do?
I didn't find anything on her body.
She has like basically her robes and stuff like that.
Is there a key
there's,
to
like-
like the prisoners on her?
Oh, probably there is. Yeah,
Awesome.
she's probably got a satchel with the keys to
Perfect.
the 3 prisoners.
I take that.
But otherwise, she has like weird accoutrement. There's like some rolled up scrolls and like a weird book, but nothing like that immediately strikes you as particularly valuable or like, oh, this is an artifact.
Yeah.
There is also a short distance away, like a little table, like an altar that has a bunch of scrolls and shit on it as well. The professor is heading over there. What are the other 2 of you guys doing while Val is searching?
Moss is probably trying to do stuff as the crocodile, but Rocky's like making it impossible. So he'll ditch the croc form.
Cool.
And go
back
and
to
like
me, Moss.
yeah, and probably go and try to like investigate this screaming headless woman.
Yeah,
as
fair
something.
enough.
Which I'd love
What kind
to
of
roll.
check do you want to roll?
I would love to roll medicine.
Yeah, go for it. Theodûir, what were you looking at with your 10?
Damn it.
I don't know. I was trying to look for loot, I guess. So
Okay.
maybe there's something by the scrolls or something. I don't
Yeah,
know.
you could head over there. The professor looks like they were headed in that direction, so you can meet up with the professor.
Sure.
Yeah, a bunch of scrolls on the table, and there are lots of weird like artifacts or pieces of stone that are all twisted and contorted into weird shapes. Like there's a lot of like weird gems that you've never seen before, and like little like statuettes of tentacled creatures. But most of the papers you see are all written in this weird script that you can't possibly decipher.
Gotcha.
And the professor is kind of going through them with you when the screaming starts.
Mhm.
So you head over there, Moss. What'd you get on your
I
medicine?
got a 14 medicine.
Yeah, you're not 100% sure what's going on with your 14. She does appear to still be alive, as impossible as that is, considering that her head has been cut off. And she's just screaming incoherently in panic.
Yeah, Moss.
You can Go ahead.
Moss will probably and pick up the head and like move it closer to the body, maybe.
Like, just to see if it'll reattach.
Yeah, does it go back on? How does?
The hands are like scrabbling around, so if you get really close, they'll kind of grab the head and pull it over, and like they're trying to like put it back on, but it's clearly not working. Like the head doesn't fully understand, or the body doesn't fully understand where the head is, and she's just screaming the entire time, like eyes
horrible.
rolling in panic.
This is horrible.
Like drooling, just yeah,
As the
super
person that cut
dark.
her head off, I think it's pretty funny, actually.
You're sitting there laughing maniacally with all this like dark statues behind you. Right.
like
Moss is probably like
yeah.
weapons
Covered in ichor, right? Yeah.
Moss is horrified, but also like, like trying to help,
Trying
but also
to help,
like, oh my
yeah.
god.
She's kind of like trembling and looks up at you, Moss, and says, "Where am I? Who am I?"
Oh, what?
And she goes still and lifeless.
What?
I think she died again.
Did I see all that?
Again? Oh my god.
Yeah, I mean you're 10 feet away. You can see this happening.
All right.
For sure.
Can I go over there and do an Arcana check on her?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go release the prisoners.
Got it. How'd you do?
Are we getting blessed still?
Blessed is over at this point,
okay.
alas, and it wouldn't apply to skill checks anyway.
Okay. Then I got an 11.
Yeah, you don't know. Like, this is not any kind of magic that you've ever been involved with. You think it's probably divine if they like worship Shog as a god,
Yeah.
but it's like super horrifying and scary. So you're just sort of like, right?
Could I roll a religion just to see if something pops up in my
Yeah,
brains?
yeah. You roll that. I'm gonna jump over with Val. So Val, you went over to go release the prisoners.
Yes.
There are 3 of them. There are 2. They're all kind of dressed in like basically little loinclothy type wraps just to like keep their junk in. 2 of them are half elves. And they're male, they're men, and then there's a female dragonborn, and they're like 3 different pillars that they're all chained to. They're all kind of like babbling, like, "You rescued us. How did you find us?" When you let them go.
Nice. I go to the most attractive one first.
Okay. Yeah. There's a half elf named Thale.
So,
Fail.
but like on a scale of 1 to 10, she said most
let me
attractive.
roll.
Like, is there like?
D10. It's like,
I got a
two.
9.
Woo!
I got a 9 on the scale of 1
How
to
you
10.
doing,
This
Sam?
guy's
How you
really,
doing?
really gorgeous. I feel like he has like he's half elf though. I feel like he's kind of reedy. I'm trying to think of like a good, like thin, wiry movie star that he could look like.
Half elf, thin, wiry movie star. How about the dude who plays? He's in the Marvel movies. He plays Thor's brother.
Yeah.
Oh, Tom Hiddleston?
Tom Hiddleston.
Yes. Tom Hiddleston, the half elf.
Sure.
Yes.
Yeah, there we go.
Thomel, or Thale, excuse me.
Fail
Thomel's your name.
Hiddleston, yeah.
Yeah, Thale Hiddleston is his name.
Thale Hiddleston.
Perfect.
He's got like the long, dark, wavy hair, right? And then like just a little suggestion of the pointed ear, right? To make him look hot.
You must
But then
be
imagine
truly
Tom
desperate.
Hiddleston in like a loincloth made out of like a dirty rag.
Like,
Come on.
right by the loincloth is
Yeah.
that V cut pointing right.
Yeah.
at
Yes.
the area.
Yes.
Right there.
Kids show, everyone. This is a children's show.
Totally, yes.
But he's like looking at you. How did you find us?
I
know,
find
we're
you
just
very
that
attractive,
good,
yeah.
I mean, I could just sense it so well.
We didn't think we were going to be rescued at all. We're eternally grateful. If there's anything we can do, obviously we would do it right away.
Anything at
Oh,
all.
we'll get back to that. We'll get back to that. You might need a little time to recover.
Moss is like, don't tell her that. Don't tell her
Yeah,
that.
that's so
anything
bad.
at all?
His brother is named Homel.
How hot is
And
he?
then what's up?
How hot is he? How hot is Homer?
Oh,
I
How
mean,
does
if they're
Homel?
brothers.
I rolled a 1.
Yeah,
He's
so-
the least hot.
It's
I'm going to
Homel.
him last. I'm going to
It's
the
either
Dragonborn.
Homel or Homel.
I'm going to the Dragonborn.
Right. And then the Dragonborn is Zarkama is her name, and she's big and burly. I mean, I could roll. I don't know what. I think we're probably on like a Dragonborn scale of hotness,
I
right?
wanted to roll a D20
That's like
for that one.
bad.
I got an
That's
8.
good.
She's pretty attractive
I'm
for
okay
a
with
Dragonborn.
that. I'm okay with
yeah,
that,
she's
yeah.
far above average.
Yeah.
She got good charisma about her.
Boom.
Yeah, totally. Zarkama is her
Smooth
name.
talking Zarkama.
Mhm.
Perfect. I go to her next. And then I guess
Cool,
like
yeah.
what's his face.
She'll sort of look at you. The Junior Adventurers?
How did you know that?
She asked with a big thing that says Junior Adventures League.
Yeah, you're wearing all the garb and the logo. Yeah.
Thing too.
Who told you?
How
did you know?
On the bottom of the screen is like, you're watching Junior Adventurers League, right?
How?
name
Remember,
is
She sort of looks over.
Int is 8.
Your children adventurers, right?
Yes. I mean, I'm actually a
And
sword master, but
Moss
we'll
and-
get back to that.
Valqwyn.
I have my name. What?
He points at Theodûir and like can't seem to conjure it.
Are you fucking
Let me
kidding
make.
me? Are you fucking kidding me?
She got a 7.
Well,
I thought there was a halfling in this group.
No, she's dead.
You shut up! I hate this
It's
person.
fine, guys. It's fine. How did you know so much about us?
Not
Well, you're famous. You're the Junior Adventurers League. It's actually not that ridiculous that they would have heard of you at this point. You've done some pretty amazing things, right? I mean, you just won that sword fighting tournament.
true.
Your name would have been everywhere.
Woo!
Yeah. Great. So from the tables over there where all the scrolls are, you hear the professor. Oh, wait, hold on. Here it is. I have it. She like waves the thing.
Yeah.
If you don't remember, Professor Varric is a bald elf who is like all covered in different tattoos of different religious symbols.
Yeah.
So she's got her like priestly vestments and her mace and stuff, and she comes over. Right. So I have found. Oh.
What is it, Professor?
Oh
What's
dear.
wrong?
We're gonna bring Jrmi back now?
Well, yes, we do need to bring Jrmi back. And according to this document that I found, it is possible, but it requires a sacrifice.
What about that ugly guy?
Yeah, that's just what I was thinking. I mean, I haven't really unlocked him yet.
No, I'm not saying do it. I'm just saying, like, what do you mean sacrifice?
What kind of sacrifice,
Is
Professor?
it like a personal sacrifice or like a physical sacrifice?
No. Physical. The obsidian eye of Shog feasts upon the terrified minds of its victims.
What about the 2 fish guys that just jumped in?
They don't count?
I don't know. There's an awful lot of chanting we'd have to do.
Oh, fair enough.
Did you leave any of them alive?
What? No, she died again.
Yeah, no, yeah.
Oh,
They got away.
Yeah.
I see. Well, this seems like a great dilemma for the junior adventurers to solve.
Yeah.
What
What would you like to do?
What does it say? Do we have to sacrifice something?
Has
We
to
have
be...
to make how many things do we have to kill?
It just says a terrified mind. But there's a whole ritual here. There's some chalk etchings I'll need someone to do. There's a chant component. There's even a dance. There's like a ritualistic dance.
I'm all for the
terrifying.
dance. The chant sounds boring, but I'm
I
all
can
for
do
a
the
dance.
chanting.
You want to do chanting?
Okay.
Let's do chanting.
Right.
Wait,
Sounds boring.
who are we sacrificing?
Yes.
I mean, my money's on the ugly one. He's still tied up to that pillar.
That's no. I don't think they're gonna be happy about that one.
They're all like looking at you like, what? What? They've all started screaming like, don't you sacrifice me, please, no.
No, we can't sacrifice like
They can
someone
hear
else.
this conversation.
Yeah, you didn't make any attempt to go
Talking
anywhere
about
or
as
be
if
quiet.
None of them are
Yeah.
there, you know?
Right.
Like,
The Dragonborn's like getting bigger, just like what?
Yeah, like listen, for all the kids, I'll fight all of you. Yeah, what do you want to do?
well,
Can
I do a... Moss,
do we?
what would you rather have?
Do we go through?
Jrmi, your best friend, or Rocky?
Oh, Rocky! Would Rocky be
Theodûir?
terrified of a big?
Theodûir, I'm not going to tell you this more than once.
What would you do?
I'm
What would your choice be?
I'm not about punching you in the face again.
It's gonna be a showdown between Theo and Moss.
Yeah, again, another one.
yeah.
Every season you guys get into a fist fight, right, over something.
And I love that I'm big enough to like pull him apart, but I never do.
Rocky, I
Oh,
probably
you could,
like,
but you just choose not
I
to.
just
I literally
don't.
like take Rocky and like put him behind my back.
Yeah, right?
Just like hiding
Rocky
him.
will not even be scared because Rocky is very brave. So don't even think about it.
I'm just asking.
Yeah, that's right, Rocky. Tell him.
I remember.
Jrmi or Rocky, you decide.
Jrmi or Rocky, Sophie's choice.
Did we come through Did we come through?
You have a gun to your head. What will you do?
What was your question, Moss? I'm sorry.
Did we come through? Like, where are these Krakatoas coming from? Can we go find more? Krakatoa, whatever the hell.
Koatora, but I guess you could. Yeah, you fought a large number of them on your way here through various different chambers and halls and things. You guys saw they're not very tough.
Well, let's go. Just go.
Yeah, I think we could probably
get
find
one?
one.
We could find one.
Yeah.
We could.
And he
nab
would
him.
definitely be terrified to see us coming through since we killed all his friends.
Yeah, we killed all of
so-
his friends. That's pretty. We're scary in and of ourselves.
Wait, we're going to go into the...
We're just gonna go right back. We're gonna go tie one of them up, bring him back here, sacrifice him.
Yeah, there are a number of other entrances and exits from this chamber. It's like a big kind of central area. So you guys came through here through some hallways and stuff. There's probably more to the complex than just this room.
Oh, question, Professor.
Yes, of course.
The screaming headless lady, she came back alive. Good.
Right.
Tentacles, not as good. Not as,
No.
No.
Are you referring to the tentacles in her mouth? The tentacles
Yeah.
within the obsidian eye of Shog?
Well, she's covered in that black. Is that gonna happen? We're not doing that to Jrmi.
I'm not. I could stay here and look through these documents. They do take a rather long time to translate. But I don't see any evidence that would suggest that would happen.
I'm gonna ask Fail, correct?
Fail.
Fail.
Like
I'm gonna...
shale, but with a T.
Ah,
Fail.
Fail. I'm gonna ask Fail
Yes.
which entrance might be the best to find some living Koatoa.
Oh, okay, sure. You don't have to roll. He can
okay,
just
cool.
answer that question.
Awesome.
Like, do I say the words in the right order? Oh, I got a 4. I mix it up. Find Koatoa where direction you go. So he'll, well, we weren't here very long, but when we were here, there were Koatoa coming in and out of those 2 passages, and he points to 2 different directions.
Perfect.
We'll just go nab one.
Yeah.
Why are you here?
We were sailors. We were grabbed in the night by some sort of creatures that came crawling up the sides of our sugar merchant ship.
Sugar
merchant.
Must have been frightening.
Explains the body.
It was very frightening. Like just right against his chest, like you're okay now. Like right along the pec. Yeah.
You'll be
Gross.
fine.
Just brush the nipple with the thumb just on the way down.
Whatever
just
did you
a little.
do?
Especially because I'm covered in armor, so it's just like,
Yeah.
what?
Yeah, your gauntlet was cold steel, covered in black ichor, just smears down his chest.
Yeah.
This is somebody's fetish. Weird Lovecraftian porn. Somebody's
Digest,
writing
for
it.
sure. For
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah, for sure.
For sure. Yeah, do you guys want to go down one of these corridors and try to find some corridors?
Yes.
Did we let them out? Did we actually release the prisoners?
Oh
I
yeah,
think
I
you've-
unlocked them all.
Oh, okay.
I
You
didn't
did
unlock the
I do,
ugly one.
You have not unlocked home now.
I
The
did
ugly one.
unlock home.
I do.
You can't leave me in here, you know. You let out my brother just because he's 9 out of 10. Just because I'm 1 out of 10 don't mean you're gonna let me out there.
Just so dumb and
He's just
clearly like...
We got
How are
priorities
they
here.
related?
All right, you can stay. We're gonna
Somehow.
go find some Koatoa.
Why is he
Can I
talking
do
about
an
9 out
insight
of
check
10?
on that story? Just for good measure.
Oh, insight? Yeah,
Just
yeah.
for
go for it.
good measure. Do I really know? I got a 17.
Okay, you think he's telling the truth, but you think he's just kind of dodgy around you now that you've talked openly about killing him or his brother. Like, now that you've discussed the possibility, like, we could just sacrifice the ugly one. Like, you get the sense he's like, wow, okay. I thought we were the junior adventurers. Okay, wow. Like, that's the vibe you're getting. It was openly discussed.
Someone said that.
Like,
Now
the minute it was, let's sacrifice someone, you're Valqwyn out the gate, the ugly one. That one.
The one I still haven't unlocked.
That's
How
the
about
one.
him?
He's so ugly.
Like, who can look at that face anymore? Let's just get rid of it.
Ridiculous. So if you guys are going to go down one of these 2 passages, maybe we'll take our break, and when we come back, we will be hunting for Koatoa.
Mm-hmm.
Hunting for Coca-Cola.
Coca-Cola. Be right back.
room.
I
guess so.
Kate, are we back, Kate?
Yes,
Yeah.
we are.
Oh, we are. We've been back the whole
We're
time.
back.
Oh my gosh. Hey,
I
everybody.
wish we
Sorry about
hadn't.
that. We were talking about pornography.
Nothing.
Yep.
We're back now, and we're actually going to cut forward a little bit. Rather than having you guys hunt down a Coatua and have that whole encounter, we're going to cut to you guys dragging a Coatua back into the chamber, having just found one. Some hilarious mishaps. One of the three of you, Theodûir, of course, is covered head to toe in slime somehow. We don't know how it happened, but you come back just dripping wet with ichor.
I know exactly how it happens.
Yeah, you know how it happened. But yeah, we
Moss.
cut on you guys coming back through one of these tunnel entrances, dragging. Presumably Val has it, right? And just dragging this like horrified Coatua along with you. Yeah. What do you guys do?
I want to drag him towards the professor first because she's got the enchant thingy.
Yes, she does. What are you gonna do about all your ichor, Theodûir?
Oh, I'll prestidigitate it off if I can.
Oh, just instantly. That's fine.
That's fine.
Like you get it all.
Let it
off,
be
but
known that I did the right thing back then.
none of you
Yes,
questioned me.
Totally.
You get it off, but it still doesn't feel good. Like you still feel clammy. You knew that it's on there, and now you just feel kind of right. It's like when someone coughs in your face, like you don't feel anything, but you know, right? Like that was bad. So the professor looks up from her papers. Oh, good, you're back. Yes. And you have a prisoner. Oh, very well. I have some chalk sketchings here I need someone to do before the ritual. I need a chanter, and I need a dancer.
I'll totally dance.
Okay, we have a dancer, Valqwyn. She like hands you like a weird scroll that has like a bunch of these like crazy like horrible positions you have to do in order,
fun.
right? So you're like looking at that like, okay, what's my choreography?
Moss will probably pick up the chalk bit and just go and like, which way is up?
Yes, that'll be an arcana check, I'm saying, just breaking the fourth wall entirely. No, it'll be the chalk etchings are arcana, the chanting is probably religion.
Yeah. You want to do that, Moss?
I don't want to do either one. I'm not good at either one.
Can I help you? Or do you want to help me?
Well, yeah, sure, I can help you draw.
As I'm trying to like memorize choreography, holding and
and then we can chant.
Well, they're all like weird, like horrible, like squid poses, right? Like you don't.
The eye moves so
like,
fast.
how do I bend my elbow that way? I don't understand.
Can I do like a stealth check?
To do what?
I want to try to stealthily like make Moss feel like he's doing the chants, but I'm really doing them.
Oh, interesting.
I just want to help.
So, okay, yeah. So you're going to draw the chalk and do the chants? Or what are you going to do?
No, wait, or are you doing the chalk?
I don't know what we're doing. Moss isn't good at either one of these things. He's like, I'm just trying to help. I just want Jrmi back.
Well, I figured he'd want to go for the chalk since it's like a mineral.
I can draw.
Okay,
I will also need someone, actually, to slit the creature's throat.
What?
Well, the sacrifices, their blood must be spilled before they go into the pit.
I'll point at Val.
Yeah, I'll do it.
I was like, Val can do it. There's no hesitation.
I was like, holding is just like
the prisoners like point at Val, like she can do it.
Wait, is he supposed to be scared first?
We're
talking. Does he understand the common tongue? Like, is he just like, oh my god?
I don't know. He's just going. He's like a horrible Admiral Akbar
tied
guy.
up, just like struggling.
Yeah, I mean, you could maybe chain him up, right? The chains are still there. If you don't want to like physically hold on to him while you rehearse your dance moves.
Yeah, I'd definitely chain him up then.
Like that would get in the way a little bit. Yeah. Cool. So he's chained up. And just terrified.
Professor, I have questions about the ethics of this. This.
Well, right. That is sort of the rub. But it's not unethical to them necessarily, right? I mean, they're horrible fish cultists. They worship Shark, the Obsidian Eye, Lord of Ink.
And he is evil.
They tried attacking us a lot.
And they attacked us.
Yeah.
I just don't know.
We did come into their home, though.
It's semantic.
But they brought prisoners in, so...
We're here to rescue the prisoners. Very good.
Yes.
We'll put that on the official report.
Yes. Unofficially,
to rescue prisoners.
Rescue
Yeah.
mission.
But...
Inadvertently saving Jrmi.
I just don't think.
Oh, well, that's a little bit of a difficult one to sell. Yes, Moss, you were saying.
I just. The sacrifice thing. I mean, look at this guy. And I'll look at him. He's just a. well, don't look at him because that's a bad. But.
This is the prisoners were like, I'm very much in favor of whatever you need to do not to kill us. These are the creatures that abducted us from our ship.
We were never going to kill you. You were never. We can't say.
I'm not certain about that. Frankly, I'm not certain.
I would have never hurt you, Theo.
Would you have hurt my brother? This is my concern right there. It's that face. You see that face? That's what I'm referring to. Her face.
We're not. Oh man. I just don't know how this is gonna look on everybody.
It'll be fine. Look, he's gross and fishy.
I feel like this is somewhat my fault, Junior Adventures, because I have spent many months researching and did not find anything about this. If I have to go back to the faculty and explain to them that I didn't do the research properly.
Yeah. But Jrmi's coming back.
Well, that's what I mean. I feel like no one else was here, right? You killed several Quartua minutes ago. There's no reason to know that this one.
So many villains that we've heard, like, you know.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
It'll be fine.
I'm just saying. That's all.
Yeah.
I don't.
It's up to you, Junior Adventurers.
Later.
It's up to you. It's just back to the drawing board, I guess, if we don't do it this way.
I'm in.
Can I do a nature check on the Koatoa?
Yeah. What do you want to know?
I want to know like how intelligent they are and stuff like that.
Do it.
All that stuff.
Use your
the monster manual.
Monster manual,
of course.
Oh, hold on a minute, Theodûir. Did you roll an insight check earlier?
I did.
Okay. On the prisoners. So I forgot to mention this to you, Theodûir. When you roll an insight check, a pair of antennae kind of sprout out of the top of your head and kind of curl forward like that. They're all fronded, and you kind of get this weird sense from them. This would have happened a while ago, and you can feel in your pocket the little figurine of the rust monster starts to vibrate.
Awesome.
That you have.
Oh, interesting.
You now have advantage on insight checks while these things are here, and they're kind of like flicking around and sensing everything in the.
Probably.
I probably don't notice it right away as I'm like looking at
maybe you
retroactively like I was like just looking at him and I was like thinking like, is he telling the truth or not?
And like the fronds come down and like
come down and I'm
like in his face.
In his face, yeah. But yes, you would have had these. You would have realized about them earlier. I just totally forgot you rolled the insight. Yeah.
Look at everyone.
So as he's covered in slimy as those two, we're all just like, oh.
Moss has got just his like stalk eye, just like dangling.
Well, the stalk isn't out yet. You haven't rolled. Oh, you did roll a perception earlier. You did. Yes, your stalk is out.
So it's just this awful stalk out of the crocodile, and now it's just there.
Look, here's
horrifying.
Mine. Everyone, look at mine.
Okay.
You got.
We all
head.
shared,
I don't know.
So I thought
Professor,
we could all enjoy
I don't know because you.
Never mind.
Well, I'm not entirely sure where all my powers come from, but I'm pretty confident that they're not going to be too happy with the sacrifice.
If it makes you feel better, Moss, I'm going to be the one slitting his throat.
Don't you want Jrmi back?
Yeah.
I'm so confused, Moss.
I mean, see, look at Fishy Guy.
I don't know. I just don't think that I don't think I can help.
You don't want to play with the chalk?
I do like playing with the chalk. I just don't.
Just think about it as playing with chalk, and if it happens to help our thing.
If Moss doesn't wish to participate, then he doesn't need to participate. If the group decides this is not the avenue we wish to resurrect Jrmi through, that's fine. It will just be months and months more research, more time of your friend trapped in the purgatorial space between life and death. You know, that's fine. It's all fine. I'm not passive aggressive. I don't know what you mean.
Can I roll insight?
Yeah, sure. Go for it. Go ahead.
I got a 15.
Yeah, you do get the sense that she's just annoyed that you've come this far, and like she feels embarrassed that she didn't know this, and now she's trying to be like, well, fine, I guess. If you want to go all the way back to the school, I can search through all the annals and find another way to bring your dumb friend back.
Can I do a like persuasion kind of
on who?
I'm just gonna say it to Moss. Yeah, roll. I guess then I guess we'll just lock up this guy and that guy as well, and that Dragonborn. We'll just leave them here. And
we don't have to leave
go
them here.
all the
I'm
way
just saying.
back.
Look at the creepy lady who was screaming with her head cut off. She's got tentacles coming out of her, and then she died again after getting her head cut off, which she should have died the first time.
It was caused by these creatures.
The black stuff that we're gonna now resurrect Jrmi from. And Professor, I'm pretty confident that you probably know better than I do why I can do the things that I can do, and I'm pretty confident that the things that give me whatever
Well, you're a druid, are you not?
Yeah.
You derive your power from the Theodûir peaks, yes?
Yeah.
Mountains. I don't think the Theodûir peaks have any understanding or knowledge of what we're doing. I mean, we're far underwater dealing with an entity of an entirely different stripe.
But
if you want to go religious with me, boy, that is entirely my bailiwick, if you understand me.
Yes. Well, I'm just saying that what if my participation makes it bad? What if I can't turn into crocodiles?
I'm not here to force you to do anything. I'm here to facilitate. I provided you an avenue through which you could bring your friend back if the group decides this isn't the way you want to do it. I support that decision, as frustrating as it might be.
She has some assistants with her, right?
No.
Boo. So Theo.
I mean, there are the 3 captives, right?
Yeah.
Yes,
Amy,
what is it?
Would you like to help with the chop?
I can try. I am no spellcaster by any means, but I would be willing to assist you in any way that you would like me to. I'm a little intimidated. I'm not much of an artist. He's like looking at the like super complex arcane drawings he has to do. Who am I?
What about the Dragonborn? What was her name?
Zarkama. They're all equally competent at any one of them. They're sailors.
Right? Moss is washing his hands of it, and actually he's gonna go over to the side and he's gonna start asking the stones questions.
Perfect. Okay, sure.
Which I have not done in a long time.
Yeah,
you have not. That's true.
No.
Yeah. Do you want to? Which one of the guys do you want to press gang into doing it then?
Well, which one do you want to do? Theo, do you want to play with chalk, or do you want to? That's the chalk one. Is Arcana based.
Arcana's chalk. Chanting is
religion.
And then the dancing is acrobatics.
I'll do I want to do the Arcana based one.
Perfect.
That's what I'm good.
So you want to get like the other captives maybe all together? They can chant.
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Definitely.
So you guys are getting that figured out. You're talking to the rocks, Moss. What do you want to ask them?
I'm gonna ask him about like the rituals performed here, and basically I just wanted to make sure that when we bring Jrmi back through this horrific way, that she's not gonna come back as a horrible tentacle monster worshiper.
Okay.
Of the ink one.
Yeah, go for it. So give me a persuasion with advantage.
Okay, that's better.
Because they're rocks. Yeah.
Oh God. Well, I don't think.
What was your total?
7.
Okay, so you get some information. You just don't necessarily learn what you're trying to learn with 100% certainty. So the rocks, when you talk to them, what's weird is that they don't sound like rocks you've spoken to before. You probably have had cause to talk to ocean rocks before. They definitely would sound different than mountain rocks.
Oh, yeah.
But even these ones have like a very strange like way of speaking. So you ask them, what's going to happen? We try to bring her. You can maybe like explain the situation. Like, so we're trying to bring our friend back or whatever. And the rocks the like stone you're talking to responds. Boy, the question is whether Jrmi will come back whole, like what kinds of rituals they do here.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to think of the way the rock would word it. I always forget this because then I'm like, crap, what does stones sound like? How do they talk? It will say, Shog, the obsidian eye is all-knowing and all-powerful. We serve Shog in this place, as in all places. And it's just like super distorted, like, oh God, sound. It's like having your ear up against the stone.
Oh.
It's like reverberating through your head.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, dude.
Okay, dude.
Keep doing what you're doing.
Give me an insight. I'll give you advantage. And you can also add stone cunning to it if you'd like.
Ooh, baby. Double proficiency.
Mm-hmm.
Motherfucker. I got a 10.
A 10?
No, I'm sorry. What insight? I got a 13.
Insight. 13. Okay, yeah. So you think that something about this place and potentially like that liquid that's in the pool, probably like a lot of the stone you start to look at, you see is kind of like black and glistening. You think maybe a lot of the rock in this area is like infected by whatever that is.
Yeah.
It's kind of spilled out in some way. Especially if it's like seawater, that would be very porous and the water would get into it. Yeah. So the rock almost seems like twisted and perverted. Yeah.
I'm definitely
not that kind of perverted.
No, I didn't.
Come on.
I got the twisted part. I got it.
Oh, okay. I said perverted, and I saw Heather go. And I'm like, Heather, come on. 10 seconds, please.
No, Moss is definitely gonna voice his opinion about it too.
Okay.
All right, Professor. I really don't think, because if you look around, look at the rocks, and then I don't know if the all-seeing eye is gonna be too forgiving about. I don't think he's. I don't know.
It's like, what about the? And there's all these like statues of like people like being like choked out by tentacles, and you're like, but what about?
If you look at the place, if you just really sit back and you look.
Yeah.
One of the statues looks exactly like a halfling with curly hair, like right, super too much. I just feel like, great. You guys are getting everything all arranged, ready to do the ritual. Yeah, are you gonna like actively interrupt Moss?
I
try to
think
stop people?
I don't. I think it's party above all. So I definitely want Jrmi back, but I'm definitely going on the record as saying that I don't think this is the way we need to be doing this. This is happy we saved these 3 jerks, but
me too.
Right, you're like your objections are noted.
Yeah.
Cool.
Can I do an insight check on the professor?
Yeah.
To see if they, I don't know, how confident am I in her
abilities
in this? I don't know.
Yeah. You have advantage, don't forget.
Yeah.
I influenced him.
You did. 13. I got a minus.
Yeah, you think she seems pretty certain that there's nothing that she's reading that says anything about the person being brought back being under some dominion of them. Like she'll respond to whatever Moss brings up, but basically just seems so exhausted by the process of having to research it again. She at least wants to try it, right? If you guys are willing, unless like the whole group says we don't want to do it, then she's going to proceed as normal. But she seems as confident as she can that Jrmi will be okay.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
But there is like a wealth of other information here. There's a bunch of piles of scrolls and things. She clearly hasn't read all of them, right, in this time. So.
Oh man.
I'm confident in her confidence. She knows what she's doing.
Me too.
Yep.
Me too. Great. So let's get this going. So here's how it's going to work. The professor's going to be the primary chanter, and then we have the 3 sort of assistants. So let's get all 3 of you guys to roll those first. I need an Arcana from Theodûir. I'll roll the call and response chanting for the prisoners, and then I need a acrobatics from Valqwyn. What are you gonna do, Moss, physically while they're doing this? If you're not participating,
Moss is probably kind of like pacing on the outskirts of everything. With
Okay, yeah.
Rocky probably like keeping an eye on Rocky. Just don't touch anything. Don't touch anything. Come here.
Okay, I'll have you know that the prisoners, I rolled 2 natural 20s and a 14 on their chance. They're killing it. I mean, they've probably heard a lot of weird, creepy chanting in the past couple of days, right? Yeah, it's like perfect. Yeah, absolutely. Great. So how did you do on your Arcana, Theodûir?
So good. 24.
Oh, yeah. So you go around the edge of the pool, and you're like drawing these like arcane glyphs in the chalk, like making all these notations and things around the side of it. How'd you do on your dancing?
I got 11.
Okay. Yeah, it's a little.
Some
it's
weird
a little
moves are in there.
are so weird, right? Like you can't really. There's one of them that like actually depicts the person. You're not sure whether it's like they're supposed to move the arms or whether they're supposed to have 4 arms. You're like, I don't think I could actually physically do that, right?
Seriously.
So you do the best you can.
Yeah.
And then the other 2 will do their chanting. So it's this like the professor like has the scroll and is reading it and standing there, and it's this very Lovecraftian like gluey flaklagan, this kind of lots of weird throat stuff. It doesn't really sound like she's speaking any language. And surprisingly, the sailors like repeat it back pretty well, despite how ridiculously unpronounceable it is. But before she starts, she'll take out a little box. She has like a little chest, maybe about this big, and she opens it up, and you see that there is like a curl of blonde hair in it. And she'll hold it out over the pool and drop it in, and then start to chant. So she's chanting and she's chanting. And you guys see that the, you're doing your dance sort of in time with the chant. There's bubbles on the surface of the pool as it goes on. And this form slowly like rises up out of the ink. And it's like pooling black ichor off of it. It kind of gets tilted up like this. And you see it's approximately the size and shape of Jrmi, but it's still all just wreathed in ink. As though a tentacle like was placing it on the side. It sort of comes over and plops it down on the ground where the box was. And the ink kind of peels away. And you can see first Jrmi's face and then her body. She's ashen white and her hair is all white. Mm-hmm. And she's just closed eyes. You know, like Frodo in Return of the King with Shelob? It's like that, like just snow white. And it all peels away and drains off, and like the black ink slithers back down into the pit. She's lying there completely naked, her hair totally white, and just totally still. What do you guys do?
Have I sacrificed the Kotoa at this point?
Oh my gosh, yeah, you definitely would have had to. I totally forgot. So yes, that would have been one of the first things you like. You cut his throat, and then they start chanting.
Yeah.
So what weapon do you use?
I used my scimitar for that one.
Okay, cool. So it's like the big curved blade, and it's just like horrible blood comes pouring out. And he like flails a little bit, and then you have to push him in. Right, he goes back, tries to like grab you, but falls in, and it like hungrily swallows him as the ink comes down. You see his like fishy feet are the last thing to disappear.
Moss, this part. Watch this part.
Like, no.
But Moss, you can feel as you're kind of further away. People who are closer don't really tell, but there is like a rumble in the stones underneath you. There's something happening there. It's pretty horrific, and you can sense it kind of even because you're further away, like more the sense of the chamber rumbling. Great, yeah. But now, after the sacrifice and the ritual, the Jrmi is lying there in front of you. What do you do?
Can I look for a blanket to throw over her?
I mean, sure. I mean, you have. If you have a blanket,
I'm throwing a little blanket over her.
Cool.
I didn't bring a blanket. Oh no! All the things. We forgot the blanket.
Yeah. What do you want to do?
Professor, do you have any idea to make her not this pale?
Let me double check. I'll just check. It doesn't say anything about how pale they'll be. I mean, it's written for.
Or like to give her a breath, maybe.
I'll look. Why don't you try something?
Okay.
You're an adventurer. This is an experience for you. I mean, I've brought countless people back from the dead.
I'll go up to her and do like nature check. No, medicine.
You do medicine.
Medicine.
Yeah.
Thank you.
What's up, Moss?
Oh,
no. I got a nat 1, so
I'm gonna shout to Moss. Moss, look, she's back.
I don't know. Maybe you feel weird about it or something.
Yeah.
Theo. Like you get a weird feeling.
Like I don't know. Yeah, I probably just can't approach her fully. Yeah.
Right.
It's probably weird.
Yeah. It's just probably too weird.
Yeah.
Moss?
I wasn't gonna go near it.
You're not going near the pale Jrmi?
It is not an it.
It looks like I don't know, man.
I'm gonna try medicine. I'm not great at it, but
go for it.
7.
Okay. Yeah, you can go over and kind of tap her face. Like, what are you doing? Are you trying to shake her, poke her?
I'm just trying to get her to breathe and like get color back in her skin.
Yeah. No reaction. She's cold as death. The professor will set down her stuff. Fine. She'll come over. I'll have her medicine. I'm here to assist you in doing this. And she like leans over and kind of breathes on Jrmi like that. And you see as she does that, it hits Jrmi's lips and color returns all across her face. And she opens her eyes. If Jrmi would like to join us, please.
Jrmi!
Hello!
Yeah, that's the first thing. Hello, right.
Little weak.
so the color comes back all across Jrmi's face and down Jrmi's body, but her hair stays that bright snow white color.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Jrmi! Oh my god!
Where are we?
Really?
Yeah, you're looking around and it's just horrifying.
Well, first things first, Theo stole your comb.
Theo!
Yeah, you
I
might want
was
that back.
He's protecting it. She'll like try and hug people, but I'm assuming she's pretty weak, so.
I mean, yeah, you feel your strength coming back, almost like it's dribbling down your body. The last thing you remember, Jrmi, you were in the like weird sort of afterlife waiting room. Oh, yeah? I don't know if you actually watched that episode, but you know, And basically, these like horrible. There's like an opening in the wall if such a thing exists, and these horrible black tentacles came out and grabbed you and like pulled you from there, like screaming into this blackness, and then that blackness peeled away, and here you are.
So you thought maybe you were going to
Are
hell.
you all dead?
You're going to hell. It's really what it looks like. Yeah. And now you're in this like dark, horrible chamber, right?
Surrounded by all of us.
Die
Just like,
again?
Here we are. We're all together now.
I'm like covered in ichor. He has like those like fronds on
He's
his
got
head.
weird like antenna coming out of his head you've never seen.
We're all one big happy family now.
There's
God,
3
no,
prisoners
I
and loincloths.
passed
Together
Jrmi,
forever.
you're fine. It's fine.
What did you actually say?
None of it. None of it.
Yeah, what
No,
do you guys
actually,
do?
all of it.
Jeremy's
Theo had
back.
that plan.
Jrmi, what was it like in that waiting room? We met.
It's so boring.
I bet. Do you
Can I
remember
roll
that like
insight
thing
on
on the wall when
Yeah, go ahead.
Lady Gwendolyn came through?
She was so cool.
She's awesome, right?
I got an
She's
8.
still around.
Yeah,
No,
something's weird. Something's
no.
different about her. Maybe it's the white hair, but you feel like there's something's wrong with Jrmi. Happened to somebody else, Cody.
But
It
not
happened to
actually
somebody
good.
else.
I kind of imagine that Theo like had like this ready or something like that. Like he knew that it was going to be successful, so he's like, I don't know. Just been like, welcome back. Ah, yes.
Good job.
I'm unaffected
I
by
am
this
so-
emotionally.
Confident that this was going to work out.
Pat on the back.
Yeah, he's
Like,
probably,
a firm handshake, right? Like,
Yeah.
yeah, and it's probably a facade for sure. Yeah.
I 100% hug you.
Yeah. Oh, no, God.
Hug all of you, even
Yes.
gross Moss.
No, Moss probably doesn't get near you.
Okay, well, I would try.
You can give me 2 hugs.
Okay.
Super excited to see Jrmi back.
Yeah.
hello, Priska, welcome back.
Hi!
How was your journey?
Terrifying.
Apologies about that. If there had been another way, we would have done it, but this was the only possible
That's okay.
means we could find.
I bet you there's
Are you
probably
all-
another way.
Well, she's back, so.
Are you all in one piece? Are you all right?
Yeah, all my stuff's gone. But
We'll get you a new
and
kazoo.
my hair's crazy, but if I get my comb back, maybe I can make it colors again.
Theo's fault.
I probably have
I
the code
don't-
on me.
Know what you're speaking about at all, but that's comforting. We have most of your possessions, I believe. I don't actually think we thought to bring them.
No. No. Didn't even.
Tug
I
a
honestly
party,
didn't even know what we were coming here for,
tug a
so.
party.
There we go.
All day.
Yeah, right. You have the blanket. You do probably have the comb if you would have had it, Theo.
Yeah,
You-
I
Cool.
would give it back to you.
We can share it because you probably liked it as well, right?
Oh.
Shadowner with $6.
Oh, is that an activation? Let us know, Shadowrunner, if that activates a figurine of dubious.
Dubious
Power.
power.
Dubious power.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Oh.
gotta go see my yacht club.
Val's figurine.
Someday.
Woo!
Val's figurine.
Yeah,
Okay, cool.
I got a little
so-
owlbear next to me.
Out of nowhere, basically, when this happens, you feel your owlbear totem start to shake and rumble. You kind of grow fur and feathers out of your body. You have athletics. You have advantage on athletics checks, and kind of like a what color was yours again? I forget the colors.
I think mine was
Crap.
green. Yeah,
Green?
green owlbear, yeah.
I think mine was because I had the. I don't know.
You had the cube. I don't know.
Whatever.
The appropriate color. Go consult episode 13 going on 30.
Perfect.
Shoots
Okay.
out
It's my
with a little
birthday.
green laser. It hits the ground, and swelling up out of that comes a full-grown owlbear.
Awesome.
Like just kind of standing there looking around, and it will pad over next to you. Val and kind of brush his head.
Oh my god, such a big hug.
And he's just like, "Fuck you, Jrmi! I'm an owlbear
Yeah.
now!" Yeah.
That's cool, okay.
Just like singed on his leg.
I'd
Great.
like you to
Owlbear.
know that
Oh my God,
owlbears
yeah.
are traditionally the most dangerous creatures in the forest.
Not this one. It's awesome and it loves me. Yeah.
What's his name? What's it call? You call him?
That's a really good question.
Mm-hmm.
Seamus. Seamus the owlbear.
I don't know what that's about.
It's my friend. Don't worry about it.
Good. Well, I think we should probably.
Oh.
The professor starts to kind of. Black ichor kind of starts to pour down the side of her mouth.
Professor?
And a tentacle pops out. Another tentacle. And then a third tentacle. She kind of is like radiating like that. And you all are all just standing here staring at her, like terrified. Her eyes go completely black. And she like rears up a little bit. And she turns sort of to the group. Shog, the obsidian eye is unpleased with your efforts. And like just horrible, awful voice. You've never heard it come out of her mouth before. What do you guys do?
Professor?
I'm gonna do an insight check. On the professor.
There's something about this seems weird. Hold on. You got a 15? Yeah, it sounds a little fishy. You think she might be lying to you?
I got a mod 13 here, yeah. So
I don't remember because I don't have my
seem like
spells
herself
right
to me. I don't know.
Weird. I wonder why that, because she looks so normal.
Oh my god, that's my favorite joke we've done the entire campaign. She doesn't seem like herself. Right? Like, what a perfect person. Yes, Moss, you were gonna do something serious.
Moss is going to cast no, because that just keeps him from flying. I don't remember my spells, and I had to get a new phone because the other one got stolen, so I don't actually know. I was gonna cast something to just like keep her planted and restrain her.
Earthbind, I think, is the one that keeps her from flying. Right?
Yeah, but I don't think
and she's not flying. She's just
not
like
flying. Yeah. Okay.
You got your web wand or whatever.
Yeah, I got the web wand.
Yeah, thank you. I knew I had something. I was like, oh, what do I have? Yeah, I'm gonna be
No! Just right at her. Okay. I'll roll a dexterity save. What's the DC? Do you remember? It's like 15?
DC 15.
Yeah. Oh, she crits it.
Oh my god.
Now I found the dice that like me.
Yeah.
Because the last time I rolled it was those checks, those chant checks.
Killing it.
So you whip out the wand and blast her. And she just like extends a hand and it turns black and falls away into nothing. She just doesn't even like try to dodge it.
I definitely use it like a lacrosse stick though, by the way.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. You profane this sight. You are not disciples of the unblinking eye.
Nah.
Correct.
Bow now and submit yourselves or be destroyed.
I told you this was a bad idea.
Yeah, we're gonna pass on that.
There's like a long pause. She's sitting there. The pool starts to bubble horrifically. So you see tentacles kind of start flopping out of it. You will submit or you will be consumed.
You know how many times people have told us that?
The prisoners are like, what the?
Oh,
What
God.
the? And they're backing up. Yeah, cool. What do you guys want to do? You want to try to fight?
Yeah.
I probably would whip
All right.
my orb after
We
some
kind of
crap
have
like
to
that.
I got Seamus.
Sure, yeah. Roll initiative then, guys.
restrain the professor.
No, I'm gonna kill her.
You're gonna kill her.
Nah, I'm going to kill
I'm
her.
gonna
Kill
kill
her.
her.
I got a 9.
A 9. A 6.
21.
Woo.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think 21's probably the highest. Theo.
How can you be sure?
Who got the closest to 21 of you guys?
9.
I got a 10. Okay, so then the professor. I officially have her listed as Professor question mark on my initiative.
Nice.
2 9s.
So
Who's
the
higher
title
of the two?
Carries over.
It's not me.
Me.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Jrmi.
Not me.
Not me.
Germoid. Moss.
C'est moi.
And then Val. I'll put Val plus Seamus.
Yeah.
So on your action, you can, as a bonus action, give Seamus a command, and then he'll carry it out.
Awesome.
I assume Seamus is male.
Yes.
Okay, cool. Theo, it is your turn. The professor is looming ahead of you, this horrible presence, tentacles unfurling out of the pit.
I'm gonna cast. I'll kind of widen the gap between me and the professor, and I'll
You know how many times people have done this? You're like backing away.
We got it.
Hold on, let me just get far enough away.
That's true. I probably wouldn't do that. I guess. It is funny how like mechanically you think differently than you do like narratively.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Like mechanically,
yeah. You
obviously,
think this is this cool moment. Yeah. I mean, you could attack and then move if you wanted, but yeah.
Yeah.
It's up to you.
You're right. I'll attack first. I'll do the.
You're right.
I'll do the witch bolt.
Cool. Yeah.
So you see a lightning orb just comes from the
Right.
Not good. That's only a 7, so I miss.
Okay.
Wild.
Yeah, you shoot it out, and again, she holds up her hand, and like Yoda style, she just catches it and closes her hand around it, like
just eats it, basically.
Basically eats it. Yeah.
Definitely catches me off guard, and and I'm like, oh. And then,
Okay,
That's never happened before.
You move after that.
then I walk backwards slowly, start walking.
Okay, cool. It is her turn.
Shadowner,
So-
$8.
Hey, what? Quit it. What's that
Oh,
about?
Carol.
I mean, don't quit it. Please keep the donations coming.
Right?
but-
Thank you. I got Seamus
buddy.
now.
That's true. So the professor kind of rises up out of the off the ground, and she is like flying a little bit. It's just like kind of actually what probably happens is one of these tentacles that's lashing comes out and like grabs her in the back of the head and kind of wraps around her mouth a little bit and then hoists her up like a puppet. So she's kind of lifted off the ground, tentacles kind of writhing all around her. This is your last chance. Submit or die.
I knew I should have cast Earthbind.
Yeah. Later.
And then a bunch of tentacles will kind of come out and lash at you guys. So I've got 4 attacks.
Great.
Woo.
That's a hit on Jrmi. Actually, no, it will not attack Jrmi. That is.
We.
Let's see.
Moss and I get nat 20s.
What?
Courtesy of.
Nice.
Thanks, Shadowner.
Thank you,
That's a
Shadowner.
16 against Theodûir.
That'll just do it. So
Okay, cool.
I'm gonna.
So yeah, you see this tentacle. You backed up, but it lashes all the way across the room and just slaps you.
I'm actually gonna do a reaction shield.
Oh, okay. Sure. To
and
throw it
then-
up.
Yeah, that'll give me a +5 bonus to my AC.
Then you're good. Yeah, you can hold it up and it will boing off the shield.
What is that? Or is
That's
that like
11 against Val. Will not hit. I don't think.
Nah.
is that
No, and
a...
then
It's a reaction.
Mm.
spell. It
a
lasts-
9 against Moss will also miss.
Oh! Something
You
didn't
jump
hit
out
me.
of the way.
Wow.
Yeah.
It never happens.
Great. Cool. That's the professor. Jrmi, it is your turn. You can also see that the in addition to the tentacles, that the pool is just overflowing. It's starting to slowly like pour out and fill up the room with black ink.
Okay.
Has anyone seen the movie Little Nemo? No? Anyone in the chat seen the movie Little Nemo? Because there's like horrible black goop in that movie, and that's what
Is
this
that the movie?
inspired by.
Is that like a?
He flies
from,
on
like,
the bed.
90s, and it's like animation,
It is animation.
And
Yep,
it's-
he
Talk
flies on
about
a
it in
weird
Cabin
bed.
in the Woods, right?
and he's like wearing his pajamas the whole time.
Yes, you've seen it, Theo.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about. Yeah,
Yeah,
there's a
yeah.
horrible ooze monster in that movie.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Little Nemo.
Little Nemo. It's really weird and trippy and horrible. It like looks like a kid's cartoon, and it's fucking
I
not.
think I actually really liked it.
It's fucking
Yeah.
not.
Jeremy, it's your turn, bud. What do you want to
like
do?
Watership Down and how that's not a kid's movie.
Yes, exactly in that same category.
Fuck that. Okay. Cool. I'm gonna make sure my toga's tied, and then I guess, fucking. Oh, I'm gonna give inspiration to Theo,
Oh.
and then I'm gonna look at my spell. Oh, can I do some sort of check on the professor to see if from the afterlife I have any wisdom?
What kind of check? What are you trying to figure out?
I'm trying to see if there's anything I know about helping.
What's happening to her?
Yeah.
I could say you could roll a religion, and I would give you advantage.
I rolled the same thing twice. Great. 19.
Okay, great. Yeah. So you think that she is basically under the thrall of this power, whatever it is. You weren't here for this, but the party would know that with the other priestess, once you like defeated the connection, right, she sort of reverted back to normal. You think she can be rescued if you can somehow free her from this thing's grasp. It's not permanent. It's just like it basically uses her like a puppet. If you can basically pull Shog's hand out from underneath her, then she would come back to normal.
Okay.
She's just basically being toyed.
I'd like to move closer to her then.
Okay, yeah, you can move straight up. That was your bonus to cast, I suppose, but you used a bonus to give
Yeah.
inspiration, right? So that's your turn then. You walk closer to her. Okay, cool. Do you say anything?
Hey!
Yeah, you're gonna give her your little kid, like, intimidation. Yeah. Moss, it is your turn. This tentacle nearly slap-ad at you.
So bad.
I will flaming sphere around the, like, right near the pit and, like, ram that thing into the tentacles underneath.
Yeah, do it.
Try to just, like, run it through as much of the muck as I can to try and burn it away.
Cool.
I don't have my spells, but
I think it makes a dexterity save.
It's a dex save, but if I can ram it into you, and you take like half damage if you make the save.
It does. It puts an 18 on the die.
Perfect.
So just roll half damage then.
Yeah.
I think it's 2d6.
I'm gonna roll full damage and then take a...
Yeah.
I think...
No, you should roll half damage somehow.
Oh, okay.
Cut your dice in half and then roll those.
Yeah, 2d6 fire damage.
Yeah.
Cool. Oops. Crap. 8, so 4 damage.
Okay, cool.
And I'll let it rest right under the tentacle that's holding her up, so...
Oh, great, yeah. So you
how
curl
close,
it in there.
how close are they together?
It's basically like a 20-foot pool, and there's tentacles sprouting from the edges of it.
Okay, if they any creature that ends its turn within 5 feet of the sphere.
It'll count, yeah. The tentacles aren't individual monsters, but yeah, it's all one creature.
Alright.
Great, you did 4 damage, you said?
4.
Cool, yeah. So throw it in there, it kind of bubbles and hisses. There's this like horrible black smoke that comes off of it. It's like burning this weird ink, but it doesn't seem too affected by that. Okay, and then we are on to, do you want to move, Moss, or are you good where you are?
The whole thing can just... I'll probably just scream a bunch of profanity that's not healing anybody this time around.
Cool.
And everyone's like, I told you it was a bad idea, we should have done something else!
Right. All right, Val and Seamus, what do you guys want to do?
I want a magic missile on the tentacles.
Okay, do it.
Pew pew. Pew pew. Total of 11 damage.
Oh, ouch. Yeah, okay. It'll take that.
And then I want to kindly and lovingly tell Seamus to try and go pull the professor out of the tentacles.
He'll kind of harumph his way over. I'm going to have him do
You have inspiration
a grapple.
Oh, yeah.
You got the thing last week.
Yeah, okay, so he, like, plants his 2 paws on the ground, rears up, like, bear hugs the professor. So he gets a grapple on her, and then he's going to... That's his move and his action. So he has her, and the next round he can try to, like, take her away.
Perfect.
Cool.
Go, Seamus, go!
Yeah, he's doing it. The captives are going to, like, each grab one of those tentacle rods. You never unlocked...
I did, yeah. I unlocked him and I tied the fishy guy up
to
his...
Got it. Yeah. All right, so they're going to grab those tentacle rods and kind of, like, start to move towards the exit. Like, which way did you come in? Where are we going?
Okay. Which way? These tunnels all look the same. Do you guys want to help us defeat this tentacle guy?
They seem kind of nervous about it.
You guys are sailors. I thought you were supposed to be brave. Come on, Thale.
Just get some rocks and sling them at these tentacles, dudes.
They will die.
Okay. They kind of like decide to do that at the end of the round. So next round they can help you fight it. Theo, it is your turn. You have bardic inspiration, my boy.
I do. Great. I'm gonna try to cast Witch Bolt again. At the professor.
Do it.
I think I got it this time. 22, sorry.
Yes, that'll do it.
Great, awesome. Oh wait, what's the inspiration? Do I roll D6?
1d6 for like
attack, I think.
Yeah, for like attacks or
cool.
something.
Attacks and saves. And things,
great, awesome. I guess I'm saving that because I already rolled that already.
It might work at second or like at a higher level. It might work towards damage too. I can't remember that.
I do not know. I can look.
Okay. Cool. So that's 6 damage.
Okay.
For Witch Bolt, lightning damage.
Are you zapping the professor or are you zapping the tentacles?
Well, I would aim for the tentacles.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just checking.
Yeah.
I assumed, but I don't know. Maybe you decided you're just gonna. You did say I'll kill her, is what you said earlier. So I'm just like, just going off of your words. Yeah. So it goes up one of the tentacles and it kind of rides back and forth in pain. Great. So the professor is going to try to push back against Seamus to keep from being grabbed. She actually does not manage to do it. All the might of Shog is not seemingly enough.
Seamus is awesome.
Yeah, clearly. But the tentacles are still going to come lashing out. At this point, the ooze has bubbled over to the point where it's basically reaching towards you guys. You're now in difficult terrain as it's just kind of sloshing around your feet, and you can feel it's a little bit acidic. So it's not going to burn you yet, but if you continue to stay in this chamber as it continues to fill, you're going to start to take acid damage. All right, let's see. We got 3 tentacles. One against Theo is an 18.
No,
no,
'cause you
not
have your
quite.
shield,
No, the
yeah.
shield ends at. Oh wait, no, the shield's
I
over.
think
'Cause my turn.
shield's a one-time blast.
It's
yeah.
until the end
So
of my
you should
next
be
turn,
hit.
and my turn is over now. So now it's
Yes,
back. So it hits
okay.
me. Yes. Yeah.
A 9 against Val is a miss, and a 17 against Moss.
It's a miss. Sorry.
Weird. I don't know. Crazy.
Somehow.
Both Theo and Moss take 8 bludgeoning damage as you're slapped by these tentacles.
Oh. I'm
Great. That is them. That's the professor and the ink. And she just starts to like, ungluey enough, like just horrible Cthulhuoid nonsense coming out of her mouth. Jrmi, it is your turn.
Cool question. If I did something like Crown of Madness on the professor, would it hurt the professor or would it hurt the puppet master?
So Crown of Madness is gonna if you cast it on the professor, then she would turn against herself, basically, like against the ooze. Crown of Madness isn't super gonna work on the ooze, on like the tentacle, because you're not. Yeah.
Just because like something that's like humanoid, I'm like these tentacles.
Yeah.
So, okay, that's
The
fine.
tentacles are not humanoid, but you could cast it on the professor, and the professor would turn to attack the ooze stuff. Yeah. But.
Ivan ooze.
Okay, well I'm gonna do Cloud of Daggers for now.
Okay. Where do you want to plant it?
Can I put it like on the main tentacle that's like?
That's grabbing her. Yeah,
Yeah.
sure. I mean, it's all one monster, but yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. How does this work?
So it's a cube 5 feet centered on that
Mhm.
point, and then if it enters that square or it starts there on its next turn, then it takes 44.
Okay, cool. It did start its turn in the fire though, Moss, so it should take that
yeah.
damage. Or
ends
does it make a
its turn.
save?
It ends its turn. It makes.
Yeah, it did end its turn there.
It makes a dex save or gets burned.
Yeah, it got a 15.
It's good. So it's still gonna take damage. It takes 3 damage.
Okay, cool. And then you said, Jrmi, if it ends its turn there, it takes that
It
damage?
starts its turn or it moves into that square.
Okay, cool. So at the start of its next round. Because this thing is just going to fill this chamber. So if you plant it in the middle, it's just always going to be there. It's not going to go away. Cool. So your Cloud of Daggers comes in. I forget what this looks like. Is this more you throw a dagger but doesn't actually leave your hand?
It is. So like this time it just looks like I'm just doing this.
Yeah.
Woo!
Wow, 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 wow. Cool.
Sorry, I'm gonna like shout at it, but I can't roll for it, and I'm gonna give inspiration to Val.
Val.
Woohoo!
Yay. All right. Do you want to move at all, Jrmi? Are you good where you are?
I'm just still kind of stomping at it, so I'm gonna stay.
Okay. Remember, there's this ooey goose, this gooey ooze around you. So next round you will start to take acid damage, right, as it's bubbling. Okay, Moss, it is your turn.
Moss is going to swing that circle around the sphere around and slam it into the. That's my move action though, isn't it? I don't want to be in the ooze.
Yeah. It will keep taking damage because it's not going to leave that spot, right? Like,
yeah.
So if you want to just run, it's still going to take fire every round.
Yeah,
like,
I think Moss will probably he's probably about to move it, and then he feels that kind of nagging sensation on his feet, and he's like, nope. He'll trundle on through, and while he's doing that, he'll just punch up into the air and use a nat 20 from Shadowner.
Hey, Shadowner.
To sling a fireball from within the sphere straight at the tentacle holding a professor.
The produce flame, yeah.
So I'll produce flame.
Double damage.
Double damage.
You said fireball, and I was like, you have fireball? Right? Like,
oh, sorry, produce flame from
No, I know what you meant. Like, you were describing it as a fireball.
Yeah.
But...
for 9 damage, actually.
Nice. Kaplow. Awesome.
And then I'll move towards whatever entrance we came out of.
Yeah, you know which one it is. It's the big, obvious one. It's got the ceiling of it is made from a rib cage of a sea serpent. So
I mean, naturally.
It's that one.
Oh, obviously. So I'll move towards that, and I'll inform these jerks. We're going this way eventually, but don't. There's danger that way. Don't run without us.
Cool. You're at the entrance then, and then next round you can continue to run down the corridor. Great. Val and Seamus. So Val, what do you want to do?
I want a burning hands on the tentacle thing. Yeah.
Thank you, Shadowner.
Yeah, thanks, Shadowner. So it makes a dex save, right?
Yes.
Okay, so you don't roll shit.
I don't.
I do the rolling.
Which sucks because that was a good one too.
Rolled pretty well. Yeah. I got a mod 20.
Damn. All right, so you're gonna take half damage of. So you 6 damage.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, you blast it with your burning hands. It lances through, but again, sizzling smoke, and it just kind of reforms. It seems as though it has a lot of hit points.
Yeah.
Seamus, do you want Seamus to try to pull the professor?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we'll basically move action. Oh yeah, Seamus gets a crit.
Yeah.
So Seamus, like, staggering on his 2 feet, because he's not really meant to walk that way, right? Like, has the professor and like starts walking away. Manages to rip the professor free of the tentacle and sort of staggers over. The professor kind of goes limp and hangs there, but then like throws the professor at your feet, Val, standing there.
I give him a huge hug again. Good job,
just rubbing his face. So cute.
Give him a
Awesome.
little
But now the ooze is coming in. The captives will run to the doorway and stand there with their staves, looking around confused. Yeah. That is the end of the round. It's about 6:24. Do we want to take our break and then come back for the exciting conclusion?
Yas.
Yas, queen.
Yas,
What's gonna happen?
queen.
Are they gonna get out? Are they gonna be eaten? Who knows?
Are we gonna lose?
Find out next time on
We all
Dragon
die
Ball
now.
Z.
Gross. Gross with your
Hey everybody, we're back. It's us.
Oh my
We're
God.
running from some horrible ooze right now. We're fighting some ooze as well.
Yeah.
Theodûir, it's your turn. Oh, Theodûir,
What
it's your turn.
I didn't.
Not
There's
paying
a-
attention.
There's ooze rapidly sort of rolling towards you, Theo. If you don't move on this turn, you're going to get somewhat engulfed next round.
Great. Well, I'll definitely move away.
Cool.
Widen that gap between me and that ooze.
Yeah, you can get to the doorway where Moss and the other captives are.
Great. And then I'm still maintaining my concentration on my witch bolt, so I'm gonna just keep
cool.
on pulsating that witch bolt at the professor's
Great.
tentacles. See you later. 5 damage.
Okay, cool. Well, Professor's been pulled off of there, but you're just going at the tentacles at this point.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Professor got
That's
rescued.
awesome.
I forgot about that.
Lightning bolts come out. They're shocking it. But again, it's just this endless tide of black ink. I'm not sure how much damage you're really dealing to it. Great. Now it is the endless tide of black ink's turn. It is going to roll over both Jrmi and Val and Seamus. Just goes right past. You guys can give me Constitution saves if you'd like.
Ooh, 21.
Okay.
I'm gonna use my nat 20.
Woo!
Good plan.
Yeah.
I will say if you use your nat 20, you will take no acid damage instead of half acid damage.
Yeah.
So maybe you're just like in this little perfect bubble beneath like a pillar or something where you just get missed entirely. Your 21 means you'll take half damage,
Okay.
which is 6 acid.
Got it.
And you are still like slowed, so now you're only moving at half speed. Both of you guys, we want to try to get out of here.
Got it.
Those of you at the door can see it is rapidly coming. So like you guys lost both sight on both Val and Jrmi as this thing swarmed over them. I got to roll for Seamus too.
Yeah.
Oh, he rolled a natural 1.
No,
Oh, no.
Seamus.
So Seamus takes 13. Let me see how many hit points now.
Aw.
And he lets out like an anguish
No.
of pain. Yeah. Seamus, you're adorable owlbear.
Yes.
Let me get that out here.
Too bad.
Where is it?
Has to die.
By the time I find this, Shadowrunner in the chat is going to say how many hit points an owlbear has.
Probably.
He will already. Just...
I'm waiting.
Okay, he's got a lot. He's got 59. So he took 13.
Perfect.
He's down to 46. All right. Yeah, and they're just rolling after you guys. Cool. Jrmi, it is your turn.
Well, I'm gonna give 4, 5.
Is it based on people you can see?
8, 9, 10, 11 damage for the dagger clouds.
Oh, yeah, sorry. I thought you were doing Bright Inspiration. Yeah, go for it. 11.
Nah. Yeah, and then I am going to do healing word if I can to the professor.
You can't see the professor.
All right, then I'm gonna run,
Okay.
which means I'm gonna move 2 squares.
Yeah.
Was that
Well-
the tentacles turn that just went? Because they took 8.
Oh, yes, it would have taken fire. Yeah.
Yeah, 8 fire, and if they
they-
don't pass.
They succeeded on their
Well, 4
thing.
fire.
So, 4 fire? Okay, cool. Got it. So, yes, you can move, but if you spend your full movement, then you can get like halfway out.
Yeah.
I will say, I suppose, but it's flowing that direction, so I feel like you would get a boost because you're going with it, right? Like you're going with the current of the ooze. I will say if you spend your full movement, you can get carried out to the front where your allies are. That would be your whole turn, and you would definitely take some acid damage in the process.
That's fine. I'll do that.
Okay, cool. You will take 8 points of acid as you're kind of riding out through the ooze. So you would see her go by, Val, as you're like getting like engulfed in the ooze. You see Jrmi like a penguin on her belly, just like woo.
This hurts.
By the time you get there, your toga is pretty much entirely eaten through.
Oh,
So you are just
no.
nude
Sexier
again.
and sexier.
Naked little kid. Yeah,
I
running
am
around.
11.
Great. That's Jrmi. Moss, it is your turn. This stuff is coming after you.
Yep. Moss actually is going to pull out a new spell. Yeah. Which I've been sitting on for a little while. I'm like, that's good, but this is better. But I'm going to be casting, hopefully, Gust of Wind.
Ooh.
Yeah, a line of strong wind 60 feet long and 10 feet wide blasts from you in the direction you choose for the spell's duration. Each creature that starts its turn in the line must succeed on a strength saving throw, be pushed 15 feet away from you in it's away. Okay. Farts.
Oh, you want to try to bring someone in?
I was going to try and pull him in. I didn't know. I thought I could direct.
I would rule that you could do like a blast that would clear the way, would like push all the ooze out.
Yeah.
And then on their turn they could run. Like.
Unfortunately, I'm gonna have to ditch my concentration.
Yeah.
But that's okay. Yeah. So Moss will ditch his concentration on the flaming sphere, and just. I'm not entirely sure what it looks like. It's probably...
Well, there's one option.
I thought about it.
It's up to you. To me, it's that or it's like the Hulk clap, right? It's like that.
And I think Hulk clap is more fun because I don't need to be farting every single time.
all the time.
But just
That's an easy
right, yeah.
It's
horrible.
It's too lowbrow.
You also do still have Rocky, so maybe you can get his.
Oh, Rocky could do it.
I do have Rocky, so it'll probably be like, it'll probably be something that looks almost cool and then slightly ridiculous. He's like,
yeah, right. You have to keep clapping. Yeah, I love that.
So he's just
Rocky's like trying to help.
Yeah,
like,
Rocky's behind, so it's just like.
I like the idea that when you're older, it's like just one.
Yeah, it's just one clap, but right now it's
like
like
one big whoosh.
But for now, you're like,
now it's like the little kids version.
Yeah. But yeah, you see the ooze like peels away. Does it make a save? How does this work?
Basically, it says a line of strong wind 60 feet long and 10 feet wide. Blast from you in a direction of your choice for the spell's duration. Each creature that starts its turn in the line must succeed a strength saving throw or be pushed 15 feet away from you in the direction. I'm probably going to aim just to the side.
Yeah, just to peel it off.
Yeah,
cool.
just to
They
peel.
rolled a 4 on their save, or the ooze did, so you just clear a road between you and Val. So that way she and Seamus can escape.
Yeah, and then the gust disperses gas or vapor and it extinguishes candles, blah, blah. Any creature in the line must spend 2 feet of movement for every 1 foot it moves.
Oh, sure.
But I figured I guess I have to keep it.
But I could say you could stop it, and then it would like take a moment before it would slide back. They're gonna go before the ooze comes together, so they could oh god!
If that was the idea, and if that's kosher for you, let's
beautiful.
do that.
Yeah, it's super cool.
I've been seriously sitting on Gust of Wind for weeks.
Yeah, so you're clapping, it peels away, there's the road, and then you stop, and it looks like it's about to come back in. But next up is Val and Seamus.
Yeah. So is it strength?
No,
you can just run. You can just.
I quit.
Awesome.
I canceled the spell.
Yep. I'm gonna tell Seamus to throw the professor over his back.
Okay.
And we're just gonna book it.
So the professor goes over the back, and then as Seamus is running, he will like duck his head underneath and kip you up onto his shoulders, and then you guys can like ride down the hallway.
Excellent.
It's looking super cool.
Yeah.
The like ooze like slamming together behind you like the Red Sea, right?
Just like no.
Yeah. Oh, you guys can ride. Perfect. So everyone is out now of that area, but this stuff is just filling the whole area behind you. So we have a little chase sequence we're gonna do here in a bit, dudes. So here's how it works. All right, so you guys have this long corridor you're trying to run down to get back to the exit of this dungeon complex. As it's coming behind you, everyone is going to have to go along and give me an athletics check of some kind to keep running. Before you do that, though, you can each spend like an action to do another kind of skill check that can help out. So you could use intelligence to help remember the way. You could use stealth to try to hide, but that would then like separate you from your party. Perception could be keeping an eye on the ooze as Steve is trying to reach out. You could try to help someone else with their athletics, but that would make your athletics harder, that kind of thing. So you guys look at your skills and try to come up with some plans. I have some generic ones if you don't have any ideas, but we're just going to go along and think narratively, right? Like, what is your character doing in this chase as this like horrible amorphous tentacle blob is coming after you? We'll stay in initiative just because it's easier. I'll just remove the blob and that'll be at the end. So Theo, it is your turn.
Okay.
What do you want to do?
I'll do an intelligence check to try to remember the way.
Cool.
I guess that makes sense.
Awesome. Yeah.
Is that a 1? Okay. And that's a mod 20. Actually.
Mod 20. Awesome. Yeah. So yeah, you can point out. You're like telling people to, it's left and right and that kind of thing. Through these like narrow tunnels. That will reduce the DC everyone needs to roll by 2. So that makes it easier for everybody. Nice work. Right. And that's you, Theo.
On my athletics, I will use my nat 20 from Shadowner.
Oh, cool. Yeah, we'll get that in a little bit, but I'll record that you have that down.
Oh, sorry.
Jrmi, that's fine. No, it's good. Jrmi, what do you want to do?
Can I do a performance check to try and inspire everybody?
Yeah, please. Sounds good.
19.
19? Okay, yeah, great. I'm going to say that will give everybody... So it's meant to inspire everyone?
Yeah.
The whole group? Okay,
Yeah.
cool. Then I would say everybody gets a +2 on their athletics.
Woo.
What are you doing? Are you playing if you don't have your kazoo, right?
I'm just like cheering. I'm singing shit.
Okay.
We're all back together, and we're running down a tunnel together. My friends brought me back to life. And they're the best
Yeah, you're just
friends in
excited
the
to be
world.
back. Yeah. Cool.
Singing
awesome.
what I
Everyone
sing.
gets a perfect. Everyone gets a +2 bonus. Moss, it is your turn. What do you want to do?
I would like to roll a I guess that's more perception.
What are you thinking?
I was gonna do survival, but that's not really. That's like, can I know? I was thinking survival to see like things to knock over. Like I was like, that looks precarious. I'm gonna knock that over to block the path behind.
Yeah,
us,
that's a little tricky. I feel like that's more of a physical strength.
Yeah, that's
thing.
what I was thinking too. So
if you have spells or abilities, you can also use those. It doesn't have to be limited to just your skills. Right?
Well,
like if you wanted to wild shape or something.
I was probably gonna wild shape into a goat, like the riding, like the giant goat. Was the plan.
Cool. Does that have a faster speed?
He doesn't necessarily have a. I have it right here. Give me 1 second.
Cool.
Boom. Right here, as in, give me 1 second, because
like slow.
Almost.
You look that up. We'll come back to you. Val, what are you and Seamus gonna do?
I want to give a little athletics boost. I want to try to pull Jrmi up on top of Seamus.
Oh, onto Seamus.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah.
So we can have.
So that would be give me athletics.
Perfect. I'm gonna use the inspo from her, so that
nice.
is 23.
Great. Yeah. So you can pull Jrmi up onto the back of Seamus, but it will make Seamus's athletics a little tougher because it's an extra person to carry. Seamus is a little bit like, okay, how many people can I carry at this point? But yeah,
I can jump
Jrmi
off
is up.
too. I want to pull Jrmi up and I'll jump off.
And then you jump off?
Yeah,
okay, cool.
Yeah.
So Jrmi, you don't have to make an athletics this round. Seamus will make it for you.
Cool.
How'd you do, Moss? What was your...
His speed is actually 40 feet, yeah.
Cool. So I'm going to say that, yeah, you will have advantage on your athletics because you are moving faster than the ooze is coming.
Sweet.
Seamus also has 40 speed, so he also gets advantage. Great. So let's have everybody except Theodûir, who's a baby boy and already used his nat 20, roll their athletics checks, please.
We get a +2, right?
Yeah, everyone gets a +2. You two, I guess, are the only
I'm
ones who are
gonna
going to
use
roll.
my advantage. From
Cool.
that.
Yeah, do it.
Yeah. All
Ooh.
right.
Is that what you said?
Yes. Yeah, I used my Meyer badge.
Motherfucker.
Cool.
These dice are not loving me today, but...
Okay. How'd we do?
17.
Good.
I got a 9 plus 2 from Jrmi plus 3 from the goat's strength. So
Yeah, okay.
14.
You guys are good. So Seamus gets a 16. You guys are able to keep ahead of this ooze as you're all running. Everyone forgot about the captives, however, so let me roll some athletics for them. They still heard the song and they still get the reduce, so it's not that tough, but they're not really adding a whole lot. Although there's sailors, I imagine they probably have
I
some.
didn't forget about them. They're on. We got them out. That's
Yeah, that's true.
We untied them. They now have tritons with
I meant
tongues.
more that like I forgot that they were here. Okay. All right, so
Please.
Thale and Zarkama are like running. Zarkama gets a nat 20, so Zarkama is like keeping pace
Yeah, girl.
with
Dragonborn?
the goat and the owlbear. Homel
No, not the.
starts to slip behind,
Oh, no.
and he gets caught by one of these tendrils, and he's not like fully engulfed, but he's basically on the front of the ooze, like getting carried along, kind of like if someone was like tied to the hood of a car. Basically, it's like that. And he's like hitting the ground and coming back up and getting thrown.
This is the ugly one, right?
He is the ugly one.
Homel is the unattractive one. But Thale looks very worried about this and kind of stops, like he's going to go and try to help his brother.
They're both gonna die.
But you guys are running and you see that the tunnel, and you would know this, Theodûir, you would all remember this. The tunnel eventually curves down and there's water. You guys are going to have to swim for the next phase of it to get away.
Moss is probably like in goat form, like, that's why I was a crocodile.
Right, you turned a crocodile to swim.
I completely forgot about that.
Yeah.
Great. So you guys are running. It's the same thing. The same skills and stuff can apply again with a few changes. For example, you can't be singing underwater, right? Things like that. Great. Let's just go back through initiative. You guys are running. Theo, what do you want to do? What kind of skills do you want to use for the next phase of the chase?
I'll try to remember which way to go.
Yeah, cool. Sounds good.
That's pretty useful, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
It is.
I got a smod 17.
Smod. Cool. Yeah. Smod. Similarly, you can like before you jump into the water, you have to like go through the whole thing, right? Like it's left and right and down here.
You ready? Here we go.
Wait, what?
Yeah, you're swimming. Great. Jrmi, what do you want to do?
Boy, I want to do. I kind of want to do some sort of like charisma-based check just on Seamus. Maybe I like hug him a bunch to like make him swim better.
That's how I think that's how owlbears work. I think they run faster if you hug them. It's the same thing's true of real grizzly bears.
I think owlbears actually they're derivatives of Care Bears.
I believe so. Yeah, they are evolved from Care Bears, descended from Care Bears. Go ahead and give me a persuasion check, just to try to convince him to go faster.
16.
Okay, cool. You also get the sense that he's not like super game to swim anyway. So he was kind of like I don't want to go down there. But then you kind of give him a hug and he's like, oh, all right, here I go. Here I go. And he goes barreling towards it and jumps in, starts swimming. Great. Moss, what do you want to do? You're still goat.
Moss, is there any, like, we have to go under the water?
Pretty much, yeah. That's how you got here.
Farts. All right, well, Moss is going to do the biggest leap he can to get as far into... Yeah.
Cool, yeah, give me an athletics.
Sure. So, athletics...
Are we still getting a +2?
No.
Okay. Not yet, because Jrmi stopped singing.
So, athletics is, for me, I guess the goat...
Yeah, it's the goat's strength. So,
it's
unless you're...
strength, but is he proficient in it? Because you take on their proficiency.
He's a goat. I mean, like... I don't think he's mechanically proficient in it, but they do jump around a lot. So I'll say he's proficient in it for the sake of jumping, but not like swimming, right?
No,
so
that's why I'm jumping.
Cool. Yeah.
Because Moss was like, shit.
I should have been a crocodile again.
Right.
So I will. Ooh, baby, thank you. That's the first thing I've rolled over 10. Feels good. Yeah, all day. That's probably not true, but it's close.
It feels like it, yeah.
I got, if he's proficient in it, I got a 23.
Oh my gosh, yeah. So this goat like bounds up, gets a big head start. Nice. That will help you out. I'll give you a +2 on your athletics then, goat man. I think you're gonna lose your advantage because I don't think goats have a 40-foot swim speed. Yeah.
No, I think it cuts in half, right? So
yeah.
20 now.
Great. And then Val and Seamus.
Yeah. I'm gonna athletics all the way.
Cool.
17.
Yeah, similarly, you want to do like a cool swan dive or something to get really deep?
Yeah,
like,
gonna do a little like twist and then
twist in the air for no reason and then
just fun.
Down. Yep. Okay, cool. And then I'll have everyone can roll their athletics. Go for it. You don't need to roll it, Jrmi. You're on Seamus's back. You're good.
15.
Okay. 17.
What was that?
17.
17, good.
You've cursed me with your shitty dice this week.
Oh no!
I got a 9.
A 9, okay. How'd you do, Val?
15.
15, okay, cool. Let me roll for the captives and we'll see what happened here. Oh no!
No, actually, Timothy, I'm sorry, I lied because I don't get I don't get proficiency bonus, so I got 7.
Oh, okay, cool. So there's the ooze keeps coming behind you guys. I'll resolve the captives real quick and then we'll get into you. But Seamus and Theodûir and Val are all fine. You guys keep swimming and manage to stay ahead of it. So when Homel gets kind of sucked in, Thale turns around to go get him. And in the process of grabbing him, he also gets swallowed. Zakarma like sticks her arm out to try to grab Thale, and then like a barrel of monkeys, she gets pulled in as well.
No.
So both Thale and Zarkama are like rescuable, but Homel is gone. He's completely swallowed by it. And they're just kind of like rolling around behind you in the water. Moss, similarly, your goat form, as much as you got a huge jump, you're now like trying to paddle in the water. It's just not working for you. So you get snagged by one of these tentacles. You're going to take a little bit of acid damage.
That's okay.
Too bad. Yeah, you take 2 acid damage, and now you are basically grabbed by this thing. If you remain here another round, it's going to like envelop you and pull you in. Great. So you guys are swimming along. You're running down the hallway. You jump down and swam under this kind of big protruding rock, and then you surface again. And floating there in the water was your ride, the apparatus of Kowalish. is sitting there waiting for you guys.
Yes.
So you can climb back in and then turn it on and go. But Moss, as you're swimming, as you surface, you realize, oh my God, Moss isn't here. He's still stuck to the creature. So Theo, what do you want to do when you discover this fact?
So I can either just get in the thing or go save Moss.
Or hatch a plan. We're kind of out of initiative for a moment while Moss is still grabbed. So what do you guys want to do?
Well, I'll say we need to get Moss. I'm not terribly strong though. I don't know if I could pull him out if that's such a thing. Is there anyone else who's maybe stronger here?
Weird.
Maybe who's more athletic?
Let's all consult our character sheets a moment.
One, Theo. I don't know.
Charisma's okay. Wisdom's okay. Wait, my strength is really high.
Is that what we were talking about for strong? I don't know.
Weird. Yeah, what do you guys want to do?
Maybe if I'll get in the apparatus, get it ready to go. Then as soon as you all get in, and then we'll just take off.
I don't trust you, Theo.
What do you mean? When have I ever betrayed any of you?
Long pause. You guys are treading water there, talking about it. And like the black ooze is bubbling up underneath you. Yeah, go for it. If you want to climb in there, Theo, you can get it primed and ready to go. This is the apparatus 2.0. So there are labels in common for all the different levers.
Yeah.
So it is much easier to steer. Yeah, this is the not prototype. This is the first production model.
That
cool.
Theodûir's
so
dad probably bought. Like,
yeah, right.
Yeah, for sure. He bought a fleet of them for the school. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Great. So that's you. What are you gonna do, Jrmi?
I'm gonna try and convince the owlbear to go back down with me.
Okay. And get Moss.
Yeah. Is there any way to like drop off the professor in this apparatus before we?
Yeah, you could dump her in there and then.
Okay.
Do you want to go with Seamus? Just swim down there? Okay, cool.
Persuasion.
Oh, you know what? It's actually probably animal handling. Mm-hmm. But I think because we used persuasion before, and it's also like a magical creature. It was like summoned by the figurine. It's not a real creature. So yeah, just go ahead and give me a persuasion. It's fine.
Or like a spiritual entity.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's like an extension of
spirit
Val's
animal.
will.
It's a totem.
25.
What was that?
25.
Oh yeah, totally. So you kind of only have to utter it, and he'll sort of and swim back down.
Let's go.
Yeah, as you descend through the water. Great, Moss. We're gonna skip you for now. No, we can have you go. You can try to get out if you want. Do you want to try to make like an athletics to escape?
Nah, I just accepted my fate.
Yeah, just get swallowed by it.
Whatever, I'm a goat.
Yeah, you can go ahead and give me athletics or acrobatics, whichever one's better.
Well, the goat has. I don't know if this counts. It's not sure-footed, is what it's.
I don't think that's gonna help you escape a grab.
No, it's not. It's not.
Yeah.
Okay, it's not.
It's not. I understand that. Okay.
So I get a +3 strength.
Yeah.
Go
for it.
As
Try it,
the
man.
goat, please. 13.
13 is actually enough. So you can kick yourself free and start swimming up as you see the owlbears like swimming down to meet you. Val, what do you want to do?
I'm gonna go. The prisoners were basically in the same area.
Yeah.
That the goat was. Okay, cool. I'm gonna go try to grab Zarkoma.
Yeah, Zarkoma and Thale can both be
Sarcoma.
saved. You can try to grab both of them if you want.
I'm gonna. Well, they're like attached, right? Like that.
Yeah, but like both, you can see both Thale and Zarkoma. Like you can try to grab them both. Or do you want to preference one or the other? It's up to you. I mean, if you don't care.
I'll try to grab them both. Why not?
Okay.
It was athletics or strength?
Athletics. Yep.
Okay, cool. So it's 24.
Okay, yeah, cool. You can put like a hand on both of their backs and just like pull them out. There's some bubbles come out, and they're both, Thale is kind of like reaching for his brother, but his brother is gone.
No, he's gone.
Great. So the goat swims up. Jrmi and the owlbear will swim back up, and you guys can sort of climb into the apparatus right before it goes. The stuff comes up to get you. The problem here is that the apparatus is meant to fit about 4 medium-sized people.
Yeah.
You have 4 medium-sized people in the professor and the 2 captives. You also have a goat, which is much larger than...
Moss there's a comical moment where he tries to get in, and it's like the horns
right.
Probably, so he nicks that. Sorry.
Cool. And then last but not least, there is the owlbear, who will also definitely not fit inside.
Definitely.
So what do you guys want to do? How do you want to solve this problem?
I don't know. Can he like? So he's basically an extension of my willpower in the totem, right? Is there any way to?
You could just he would have to be defeated.
Okay.
So he could jump down and fight the thing to hold it off if you guys want, and then it'll destroy him, and then you can
he'll
keep going.
basically be back to my totem.
Just go back to your totem.
Just
Yeah.
put him back in your Pokeball.
There will be
Basically.
a very slow-mo, teary-eyed understanding between Seamus and myself. It's just
it's no time for
see
this.
you again.
Somehow there's 10 minutes for you guys to it'll be okay. I'll see you again, right? Wait, I thought that thing was coming after that. It keeps cutting to the ooze advancing, but it never gets any closer.
As I'm going into the thing, just I'll miss you for a while, Seamus.
He dives back down into the water.
Yes.
Cool. You guys can all pile in then. It's still extremely crowded, but since many of you are smaller sized, you can sit on laps and squeeze in together. It's just
all up against the side.
Yeah, all ass to elbows, people up against a viewport, oh god.
It's so beautiful.
Probably disdain from Theodûir as the sailors are coming in too. He's probably you saved them as well. What? We don't have room. What is this? What is? And
I would like to note, though, that this is the cleanest Moss has ever been.
Yeah. Moss,
he just went through the water.
Moss has been
clean.
He's just he's probably jealously looking on when Theodûir got covered in slime, just
I never get covered in slime.
He catches all the breaks.
Great. So Seamus will start just tearing and rending at the ooze and just very quickly gets swallowed. But whoever is driving, we are in the third phase of the escape. You need to pilot the apparatus out of here. There's a little tunnel you can steer down. That is the way you guys came in. Who's driving?
I think it was me.
It was
I kind of
definitely
established
you. Yeah,
it.
he's just kind of popped in.
Great. So you guys are kind of motoring along. It has the fishtail on the back, so you probably are activating that as opposed to the legs. And you're just going down. Lights are on. It's got the claws in the front, right? You're zipping. This long tunnel, it kind of winds back and forth, and as you're going along, out of nowhere, a big oily black tentacle shoots out of a side passage. I'm gonna need a dexterity save from the pilot to Millennium Falcon your way. Yeah.
I got a 12.
Yes, that's just enough. So you you bank it. You go to the side. It's this tentacle bubbles through the water. Somehow there's a Chewbacca noise, which is on the exterior. So you go under. You don't know who made it, but somebody did. Yeah. Great. You're still flying along, zipping around. There's stalactites you're dodging, and then two tentacles come out from two sides. I need another save, please.
Goodness.
Oh, good.
16.
Cool. Yes. What does this trick look like? You have these two tentacles, and you're piloting through the water. How do you avoid them?
It's got to be some kind of crazy diagonal
corkscrew,
corkscrew thing.
Do a barrel.
Yeah, misses them both.
Yeah.
Basically, yeah, and that perfect little opening.
Everyone's their stomachs are turning.
Yeah, everyone's thrown around Star Trek inside of this thing.
This thing is not meant to do those kind of maneuvers.
I don't know. Yeah, maybe you rip a couple of the legs off or something as you go by, right?
It's too close.
Right.
Star Wars.
I can't shake him.
I still can't shake him. Yeah, perfect.
He
you're flying
came from behind.
You can see there's the sunlight. That's the way out of here, and you're flying up when three tentacles come coiling in.
God.
One last one. Let's see, bud.
Let's do it. Oh, come on.
God.
It won't be that one.
Oh,
I got a 6.
A 6, great. So these tentacles wrap around the apparatus and hold it in place. You guys are kind of stuck. You can feel the metal squeezing under the pressure, and little black ooze starts to leak in through the rivets. Great, let's go back to initiative. We'll say that was Theo's turn. So Jrmi, it's your turn. You're inside here. You're being squeezed. What do you want to do?
What can I do? Can I try?
So there's levers, right? It's got claws and things. You could also cast spells if you have any spells that could go and affect the outside.
Grab it with the claw arm.
Okay, so you have a pincer, and then you have a crab claw with spikes. Which one do you want to do?
Spikes.
Nice.
Okay, cool. Do it. So this is at a +5. Go ahead and make your roll.
What am I rolling?
A d20. You're adding +5.
Okay. I didn't know if it was okay. Yeah, 14.
Okay, yeah, 14 will do. Give me some damage. They're everywhere, these big tentacles. This is going to be, oh boy, I forget what the apparatus's damage is. Let me look. It's like 2d6, I think.
Something pitiful like
Dungeon Master's Guide. Dungeon Master's Guide.
I'd like to point out that I'm wearing my Necromancy for Beginners shirt.
Oh yeah.
Oh, nice.
Oh,
So
yeah.
somehow you knew.
Somehow.
I didn't say anything to her. I just told her I told the title of the episode, and I'm like, you're gonna be mad at me.
Yeah.
You're gonna be really mad because of your
so
fears.
Mad. It's okay.
Where is it? It's in the DMG.
Ow. Ow. Come on.
Dude, I'm trying to get around it.
Shadowner knows and has said in the comments already.
It's not. It's been very quiet, actually. I'm a little afraid.
Oh no.
2d6
2d6.
is what I was totally right. Yep, 2d6.
2d6 plus 20, right?
Nope, just 2d6. Close enough. How much?
11.
11. Oh, that's really good, actually.
Yeah.
You chomp into it with the crab, and you see, ink kind of goes everywhere. The tentacle is holding itself together by a couple of threads. You think one more, and you might be able to at least help free yourself. Cool.
Okay.
Moss, what do you want to do?
I'll grab the other one, panicked.
Cool.
And,
Just pulling it up and down. like,
screaming. Oh, 20 or plus 5?
Plus 5, yep.
23.
Do it. Give me that damage. Oh, it's actually plus 8. Excuse me. It's plus 8.
Oh. What's the damage? 2d6?
Oh, no, there's no damage on this, so you can just grab it. So here, let's do this. You grab it, and then give me a strength check to see if you could, rip it apart.
Really, dude?
Yeah, really, dude.
Yeah.
Oh,
5. There's no...
Cool. So it's grabbed, and that can help. If you succeed on other strength, then you could rip one of the other tentacles. So you're grabbed by 3 right now. Awesome. Val, it is your turn. What do you want to do?
I want to grab the teethy one.
Okay, cool. Yeah, you elbow Jrmi out of the way.
You're
No,
like,
I'll
I got
do
you.
it.
Hold on. I'll go for the other one.
Everybody's just fighting for space in here.
We're right next to each other, so I just have to reach out.
Yeah.
He's dead forever, and I haven't had any fun.
19.
Yes. Awesome. Roll me 2d6 damage, please.
Cool. 7 damage.
Okay, cool. Yeah, you managed to basically rip that tentacle apart. Now there's only 2 of them holding on, and Moss has one of them grabbed.
Nice.
All right, Theodûir, you're the pilot. Give me another dexterity save. I will give you a +2 bonus from Moss.
Okay.
Let's see it.
See if I can rip out of there.
You got this. Oh, yeah.
Mod 20.
Yeah. So grabbing onto the one tentacle, you kind of steer it in a weird circle, and then can let go and motor away. Awesome. You can feel them kind of lashing at you as you go, but you manage to shoot up, come out of the sea cave, and go right up to the surface. Everyone's kind of tossed unceremoniously around. The door just like pops open of its own volition, right?
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, and you guys are floating on the surface of the sea. Sunlight's coming down through the windows. Yeah.
Welcome back.
What have you guys been doing?
So many stories. Such good times. We'll tell them all over hot chocolate with a lot of marshmallows.
Oh my god!
Yes.
That's all you've ever wanted. They had like really stale coffee in the waiting room. Guys. That was like
not warm either.
Yeah, it was like cold. It was nothing than nothing, right? It's like that and like popcorn, but it had no butter and it had no salt.
Somehow
just
it
that
would
horrible
always,
like tire store popcorn.
It would always somehow be there. Like it
Yeah.
always,
It was
always
magical.
Like yeah,
Right.
Even though
Never-
it'd be empty and they'd bring a new one, but then it'd still be.
Ridiculous. Yeah, you guys are all floating in the apparatus. You're just starting to notice how smelly Moss is again.
How? How is it
Smells like way better than usual, but still
Right.
not fun.
You just started like, all right, that funk. The professor kind of blinks.
Professor.
Where are we?
We
What
are in
happened?
heaven, Professor. We all died.
No, we're not.
If
We're
this is
not
heaven,
in
there's an
heaven.
issue
Give
with
me
that.
give me a deception check, please.
No. I've done this joke on her before, I think.
Oh yeah.
So I got a mod 5, yeah. So
You were.
Are we, Theodûir? What heaven are we in? Explain to me which heaven we are.
We're in
Me,
heaven.
Trained theologian.
You were wrong about all of it.
Yeah, right. Turns out it's
you
giant
thought
metal
was
crabs.
wrong.
That's who God is.
Yeah.
So
In the middle of water.
yeah.
here we are for the rest of eternity.
You
We
can
all
see
just-
like just coming into view through the viewport comes the prow of a ship as the studious pupil, the school's
Yes.
ship, slowly curves around. Great. You're back, Jrmi. How do you feel?
Jrmi's back.
I'm just shouting. I'm like happy shouting to the ocean.
Yeah.
I'm, like,
To the
dancing
ocean.
down the
Hello.
river. Where's my kazoo? Where's the candy?
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's right. The candy pinata.
I'm still naked too, so I'm just like, yeah.
Right. Oh yeah, that's right.
Childlike.
You're climbing out on the top of the apparatus. Just, so one thing, I have an image we can maybe end the episode on. By the time you get your comb back, Jrmi, and you try to run it through your hair, it doesn't work anymore. Your hair won't take any other color than white.
Cool thing I ever got.
I will say, there's probably like a cool moment where I was like, I was saving this for you, and I give it back to you.
I'll try it, and I'll be like, continue.
Moss is probably still glowering over in the corner, like, I don't trust.
Do you really get
her.
that?
Yeah, it's just like cool tableau, right? Of like Val like steering the thing. Yeah, you guys are having a moment, and then you pan across, and Moss is just scowling.
A mushroom pops out of nowhere.
Like it's
Just
like
on his
there's
head.
at the way he's in the back, like glowering. There's already mushrooms just growing.
Yeah, somehow. All right, that is where we're going to end this episode. That was episode 22. Squid you not. Yeah, and Jrmi is back. Jrmi's back in the party. Everybody, awesome. I did not send you any names, Kate, but I will do it right now. Actually, you know what? I don't think I can.
You know what?
While we're on stream.
We'll do it next week.
Do it next week, yeah.
Guesties.
We are. We're gonna hopefully have 2 guesties, which would be pretty exciting. Because Heather will be absent, yeah. But next week we're gonna delve into the Morena family, the Halfling family from Jrmi. We're gonna do her episode, so that'll be interesting. Great. Well, hey everybody, thanks for coming and tuning in as always. With no names to read, is there anything we need to do?
One thing.
Well, of course.
Especially now that we're all
Especially now, indeed.
Vote in the chat.
Oh yeah, vote in the chat real quick.
Give us a holla.
Who was number 1?
Who is the best? Who is your favorite?
I believe Seamus is always number 1.
Did anybody ever watch My Little Pony? It's like a movie from them from
with
like
the cat.
1993.
With the cat, and she's slurping up all everyone's essence.
No, a different one where there's like an ooze that's covering the land, and then it like petrifies the ponies if they get hit by it.
Oh.
Anyway, so deep.
I'm telling you, Cody knows what I'm talking about. I posted a GIF on the Twitter from Little Nemo of this scene, so go check it out. Go to YouTube. If you haven't seen it, look up like ooze scene or blob scene from Little Nemo. It's really the scariest fucking scene of that movie for sure.
God, my memory of that movie as a kid is very fond, so I almost want to rewatch it.
You should. I mean, maybe it's not as scary as I remember it being, but I do remember it being scary. I remember a lot of people talking to me about like that movie. It's like The Dark Crystal, where it's like not really a kids movie, but it kind of has all the trappings of a kids movie.
Yeah.
Watch Little Nemo is all I'm trying to say.
All I'm trying to say.
How's the chat? Do we have a consensus?
No votes yet, but
okay. We'll just do one on Twitter.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it.
Perfect.
So before we adjourn, everybody, let's stop and think about, now that we have this member back in our party, it's so important to remember what the motto of the Junior Adventurers League was to begin with. Ready? Party above all. I don't know if that one worked. We'll find out.